Hi everyone. Man, this is awkward. I haven't done a stream this late in a very long time. You could see how late it is up there. But time to lock in. Hopefully, I hope both my neighbors and my brother doesn't mind. I won't be loud. That's the only thing I'm scared of. Being too loud. But this is what I signed up for, you know. So many empty fucking promises this week. But it's time to lock in. I had a really nice sleep. Did I? I think I had another nightmare, but well, it's weird. It felt like something that should have been a nightmare, but more than it was like a clear like I'm being chased nightmare. It was just like a I got scared of it, but not because it was scary. I'll talk about that later. Right now, it's all about Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Alright? We got some things to do. Earlier we came... What happened? He's talking about the, He's talking about the papers, right? As the warder responsible for the condemned convicts, I intended Mr. Sogi kept overwatch his cell. The night after he was found guilty in court, he was doing something with that will in his cell. We turned that cell inside out looking for the execution, but to no avail. I only found out about the assault papers when my director came telling me to impound them. The document was in the folds of the fellow's robe, and that was left in his cell, a kimono, I think it's called. The testimony doesn't give much anyway. Oh wait. So this really was penned by Kazuma-sama's father? I wonder. Wait, hold up. I didn't even test audio, man. Oh shit. my stream was 0.5 on my phone. All right. Also, I didn't turn off DVR. 1 second, people. There you go. It's starting to sound very much like Mr. Sogi actually had nothing. But the plan to break him out of jail went ahead, which means he must have had some bargaining power. He must have been hiding something. It's the only explanation that makes sense. It's starting to sound like Mr. Sogi actually might have had something. Which is it, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm not sure, but I feel as though I'm on the brink of understanding all this. Let's listen to all the information again and see what more we can learn. We can't overlook even the smallest detail. Absolutely. Because it's like, what have you had? So you mean to say that you conversed with Mr. Sogi?
Yes, certainly. Though there was precious little time between before his execution was due. He was remarkably calm considering his days were very much numbered. In all honesty, he didn't really strike me as a man capable of mass murder.
Yet he confessed to his crimes.
I know. That's why I felt compelled to ask him one day. I can still recall his reply. I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life, yes. But he was so tranquil and intelligent. It put me in mind of an Eastern holy man.
And what about the will you saw with him? What can you tell us about that?
It was the beginning of all the drama. I remember it very well, yes.
He was doing something with that will in his cell. And he pleaded that you not to report him, didn't he?
Yes, that's right.
And that bamboo, yeah. And like the bamboo you had, you didn't tell me. A blatant breach of trust that was.
I could see that man had a noble spirit. I found myself wanting to treat him accordingly.
But according to what you told us 2 days ago, the convict had been strictly forbidden to having any writing materials whatsoever.
Yes, you're quite right.
So when exactly was the will penned?
That was before the man was remanded in Barclay, obviously.
Yes. At the prosecutor's office under supervision of the relevant authorities. I personally instructed Asogi to make a will for the benefit of his family in his homeland. In that case, why was it found in his cell?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if it was penned at the prosecutor's office, you would have expected it to remain there for safekeeping, surely. It's curious. There doesn't seem to be any obvious explanation for why it was subsequently found in a convict's cell.
Oh, well.
The defense makes an astute point. Well, Governor?
A prison governor cannot expect the inner workings of the prosecutor's office.
In that case, Lord Strongheart, perhaps you can shed some light on the matter. I am unable to offer an explanation here and now. I would have to consult the notary responsible for the will at the time. The fact is that my father was discovered in his cell is clearly inconsistent with what was expected. I want to know why. Another inexplicable mystery, then.
Well, the thing is about that will.
We turn this on side. It was the governor who ordered the search for the will, as I understand. Is that right?
Yes. And when I reported back that we couldn't find it, he grabbed me by the cravat and yelled, "It can they have disappeared completely in my face?"
Aye, well, it's doomed to the governor to keep everybody working as hard as they should.
I think the governor needs a wee taste of his own medicine, Mr. Naruhodo.
The point is, it was clearly considered a very important document. Oh, I can't read. It was clearly considered a very important document, wasn't it? But it proved impossible to find.
That's right. Then before I knew it, it was in the morning paper. That blood-curdling article. The executed mass murderer who had risen from the dead.
Oh, you mean
The article based on Mr. Trevor's experience at Lowgate Cemetery. Yes, it was that. The day after I read the news, I was summoned to the governor's office, and that's when the awful accusation was made. That you'd aided Genshin Asogi to escape from the prison, resulting in your immediate dismissal. I'm afraid I really don't remember anything after that.
As the governor of prison, I had no choice. Can you have done anything else?
Hold it! And that directive came from the same source as the one instructing you about the jailbreak?
Aye, from the top levels of the prosecutor's office.
What was the name on it?
I didn't kill for, and didn't can now. All I can tell you is that my orders were to do everything in my power to find the document.
The directive.
Said it was somewhere inside the fellow's cell.
Document. Was that the wording? Document, not will?
Aye, that's what it said.
Am I clutching at straws here? I just wonder if it really was Genshin's last will and testament that the sender of that directive was after. Continue with your testimony, witness. The document was in the folds of the fellow's robe and left in his kimono. In Mr. Sogi's kimono?
Aye, the one he brought with him when he was locked up.
Yes. He was permitted to have his personal effects with him during his incarceration, as I understand.
That's right. He was granted as much freedom as possible in the last few days before his execution.
Indeed. He had a number of items of personal significance, I remember. He was very reluctant to part with them. Some books, that kimono, his sword.
His sword?
Karuma. The famous sword of the Asogi clan. It bears the soul of my family.
I don't doubt it, but I wasn't really getting at that. Forgetting about the soul of the clan, could the man could have had a more obvious weapon?
Have some respect, Ryunosuke.
Respectful silence?
The warders carry firearms at all times, and the inmates have shackles around their ankles. He couldn't have hurt anybody with that thing.
Still, he was allowed to sword, but no writing materials?
Aye. He wrote that will before he came with us to stay at Bakuri, you see.
Dr. Mikotsuba was asked to bring the necessary Japanese writing implements to the prosecutor's office.
A scissory inkstone,
Black sumi ink, and some Hanshi rice paper, no doubt.
I was present when he wrote it. Oh, whoops. But I'm sorry to say, the letters just look like squirming massive jet black earworms to me.
Excuse me!
What, is he gonna say he wrote in English?
Are you feeling faint, Mr. Vigil? Mr. Vigil.
Sir, it was Scarlet, sir.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to blurt it out like that.
This is where the scarlet ink comes in, huh? Less swaying and more explaining would be helpful.
Is something about the testimony we just heard? Have you recalled something of importance?
Something of importance. Possibly. Or possibly not.
I'm unable to tell which way he's leaning, I'm afraid.
My lord, the defendant asked that Mr. Vigil be permitted to supplement his testimony with this possible or possibly not important detail. Permission granted. Go ahead, Mr. Vigil.
Yes, it was Scarlet. As I remember, The document was written in scarlet ink, but perhaps I'm mistaken.
Hold it!
Scarlet, you say?
Well, yes. I mean, I only caught sight of it for a brief moment, of course. But even by the dim light of the cell,
Excuse me.
I remember thinking that it was an unusual color. At the very least, I'm quite sure that it wasn't black.
Witness. Is that really what you saw?
What? Sir!
Uh, Is something wrong, Lord Strongheart? I apologize. Continue.
What do you make of that, Mr. Naruhodo? For Lord Strongheart to be so visibly shaken in that way.
Oh, there you have it. You can plainly see it in the writing here, and it's as black as Air's hell waistcoat.
Oh, well, yes, you're right.
Mr. Vigil, I'd like to confirm one point with you. Did you actually see the content of the document that Mr. Sogi was holding that night?
Oh, well, no. I mean, there was no time. As soon as he noticed me there, he hid it behind his back.
But it was definitely a will, was it?
Yes, it was. That's why Mr. Sogi told me.
The court need waste no further time on this matter. We have the will in question in our possession. There's no more to add. A will written in scarlet ink. What did Mr. Vigil really see Cosmo's father holding, I wonder?
If you have an inkling, Mr. Naruhodo, you must present it to the court at once.
That testimony didn't give much away. Oh. Yeah, so now we want to present the autopsy report. Yeah. Almost 1 in the morning. That's okay. Late night Ace Attorney is the best Ace Attorney. But yeah, we want to present the autopsy report here, right? Recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little and ring fingers of the right hand.
Objection!
Yeah. Scarlet colored writing is what you thought you saw, Mr. Vigil. And I believe that's exactly what you did see.
What?
Have it again. You've no evidence to say that.
Have a look at this report.
That's my brother's autopsy report.
Yes, and there's something in here that's bothered me since I first read it. It states scarlet-colored ink stains were noted on the fingers of the victim's right hand. Yes, so it does.
Scarlet ink.
Now, I'm not familiar with the habits of the British aristocracy, I freely admit. But I would hazard a guess that they wouldn't all go around with ink stains on their fingertips, do they?
Your wit is not appreciated. My brother was a well-bred and fastidious man. Should ink have sullied his fingertips, he would have cleaned them immediately.
What is your point, counsel? My point is this. Whatever Lord Clint von Zeeks was writing in that unusually colored ink, it must have been directly before his death, because he died before he had the opportunity to clean his hand.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I remember something troubled me at the time. At the scene, the lid of my brother's inkwell had been opened. But Clint was punctilious. Yeah, about such things. It seemed unusual, and no document pen in that color of ink that was in the inkwell was ever found.
So the document had disappeared. Are you suggesting
That the document my father had in his hand that night in his cell was
the same document that Lord Clint von Zeeks was writing moments before his death?
then?
It was. If Mr. Vigil's testimony is to be believed, it could only mean that, yes, Mr. Vigil,
Sir!
when you spotted Mr. Sogi with a document in his cell, his precise words were as follows, were it not?
Alright then. But what's up with that paper?
My last will and testament. This will is the only weapon I have left.
A last will and testament. Ah. If the conversation really did go as Mr. Vigil says, then what we know now completely changes the meaning of what Mr. Sogi said. You really think? Mr. Vigil did indeed see the convict with a will, but it wasn't that of Genshin Isogi. It was Clint von Zeke's will. It was the last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zeke's. No. What?
Objection!
This is madness. My brother's last will and testament. That would mean he had chosen to die.
That is what it would mean, yes.
No, impossible.
That's utterly out of the question.
Lord von Zeke's.
Clint was pursuing the professor. It consumed him day and night. Whatever happened,
He would never have abandoned his investigation before the conclusion. Never.
he wouldn't rest until the job was done.
Until the killer was caught.
The idea that he would willingly accept his own death. It's obscene.
It's obscene, fuck. And yet, we can be sure that that he was writing his will moments before his death. And that Genshin Isogi came to be in the possession of that document. So what could the will possibly have contained? Clearly something that couldn't be made public under any circumstance whatsoever. Because armed with that document, my father was able to negotiate with the judiciary for his life. It was something so damning that it prompted the powers to be to enact the daring jailbreak plot in the dark. Yes, there can be no question that will contained information of the utmost secrecy. Information of the utmost secrecy. Ah, no, it couldn't be. What? Wait, am I missing something? I've heard more than enough. Pursuing this notion of a phantom will nobody can. Oh, I see. Pursuing the notion of his phantom will nobody can attest to have seen serves absolutely no purpose. No, my lord. That's unacceptable. What did you say, counsel? The last will and testament that Genshin Isogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint von Zeke's. All of the testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that as a possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusion. But with no possible means of knowing the contents of the document, there's no line of reasoning to pursue. A reason why Lord Clint von Zeke's, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. Is it the he was the professor thing that I was talking about earlier? It might be. Information so secret, people in the judiciary would have been willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. The only explanation that fits those facts is an unthinkable truth that turns everything on its head. But it's just too hideous.
Mr. Naruhodo. However difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. That's what you're resolved to do when you enter the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Mrs. Sato.
So hold your head up high, and keep soldiering on.
Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint von Zeeks left behind a will. A will that Genshin Isogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. In all probability, the details in the will were related to the professor case. The defense's last statement is mere conjecture. What are you getting at, man? Ryunosuke. Oh shit! I think he is the professor, right? As soon as these words come out of my mouth, there's no going back. And there's no going back on the save. except now, actually. I can. There is going back. It's just a few button clicks away before I can do it again. I believe that the last will and testament of Clint Lord Von Zeeks was in fact a confession. You can do this, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe that what Lord Clint Von Zeeks was actually penned that day was a confession. A confession regarding the mass murder known as the Professor and his true identity.
Objection!
Enough. Counsel, what are you saying? Do you even realize? A confession about the true identity of the Professor. That would mean... Lord Von Zeeks, I appreciate that this must be hard to take in. But it's the only explanation that fits. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago became known as the Professor. The man to have murdered 5 members of the aristocracy wasn't Genshin Asogi at all. No. You can't be suggesting. It was in fact the man to believe to be the 5th victim. The 5th victim. Lord Clint Von Zeeks himself. Oh! That is... Yeah, right? Whoa. It's finally open, is it? Pandora's box. The great Lord Von Zeeks family, they've been through a bit for years, and Lord Von Zeeks, he was a paragon of justice in the capital. Oh, fuck. But he was actually a mass murderer, a perpetrator of atrocities of the vilest nature. If the general public ever found out, law and order in this country would be finished. My brother. Oh, this is too awful. Poor Lord Von Zeeks. I wonder, though, did he never suspect? Mr. Naruhodo? Lord Beric Von Zeeks is a brilliant prosecutor. Is it conceivable that he didn't realize what his older brother really was? Order in the court. Please, shut up. I need to finish being accused of being the Reaper. Remember that? Lord Von Zeeks. The professor made a huge and enormous hound. Made use of an enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? Yes. He did. Balmung. He was a well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant. I don't believe this. But when my brother would go out hunting in the forest of the grounds behind the house, he always took Balmung. After Clint's death, the creature passed away too. Almost as if he was following his master. He was a magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar around his neck. Jewel-studded collar? That's right. Though sadly, some years ago now it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night. A jewel-studded collar stolen by a thief? Oh! So it happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during my time in London. could you?
It was that old emblem attached to the collar, too. Made of pure gold.
Can we? Oh yeah, it's this one.
It was topped with a small crown and bore an ornate capital letter B.
What? An emblem carrying the initial B.
Oh my, you know it?
It's the insignia of the Baskerville family.
What?
The Baskerville? Why is that name coming up now? Baskerville is the family name of my late brother's widow. That pure gold emblem was an heirloom, which Clint acquired upon their marriage. There can be no doubt then, the collar you described was Balmung's.
The family insignia of Lord Clint Von Zeke's widow.
Wow. Was she ever gonna come up? I would have loved to see her be a character. There was a considerable amount of blood on the collar when we saw it. Since we know the dog was used for hunting, it could have been from its quarry, of course. But it could equally could have been from human prey. Did we find that? Well, if it was true, then Clint Von Zeeks was really the professor. Impossible! Those Japanese are making a big... What? What are we making up? So in fact, the person responsible for these murders of nobles and royals was a noble himself. Exonerate their own is always true then? Yeah, that's what they said. And that threatened to be an enormous scandal that would irrevocably destabilize British society. My father knew that, and was using it to negotiate his way out of the unjust charges brought against him. But at the very last hour, those who he bargained with betrayed him, slaying him mercilessly on foreign soil. Well, can you deny it, Lord Strongheart? 10 years have passed, and still now, the 6 million inhabitants of our great capital rest easy believing that justice was done. That, though his enormity. That, though his enormity remains, the diabolical murderer was caught and executed. Very well then, you may have the truth. Jesus Christ. Tell me then. Tell me what Clint really was. Lord Clint Von Zeeks was too pure of heart. When he became a prosecutor and went in pursuit of the black roots of crime, he drove himself into a corner. He came to the uncomfortable realization that to fight the most fiendish of criminals requires one to become even more fiendish oneself. Clint. What? So he did what the Reaper did then, right? The 19th century was a truly miraculous 100 years for Great Britain, and indeed the whole world. New industry, new technology, and the birth of the Metropolitan Police Service, new law and order. But these dazzling new developments meant ever deeper shadows were cast on society. Water sullied by factories, air thick with noxious fumes and crime, growing daily to fill the darkness. Lord Clint Von Zeeks made his mission to combat this darkness. But as time went on, it slowly ate away at his soul, and eventually, he was consumed. It's ironic, really, and somewhat surprising, that the truth has once again been unearthed by a Japanese. Once again? What do you mean? 10 years ago, your father, Genshin... What was he? Your father, Genshin Isogi, turned up at my office one night. Was he also a lawyer student? Because here's the thing, right? I think that's what they're trying to set up. Jigoku was the judge. Mikotobo was the detective, technically, forensics, right? And Genshin would have been the lawyer. I think that's what they're trying to set up for this to be. Genshin Asogi turned up at my office one night. The professor. Yes, beyond all shadow of doubt. You must issue a warrant to search his house at once. Don't be absurd. The man comes from our country's most illustrious families. He's a paragon of justice here in the capital. Yes, that's the point. That's why none of you British can see it. He's using his noble status as a diversion whilst he commits these atrocious crimes behind the scenes. Do you have evidence? Nothing definitive as of yet. But he keeps an enormous savage hound on the estate. We need the full support of the judiciary on this. We're up against a member of the aristocracy. So a large family estate has a fierce guard dog. You should know that's commonplace here in Britain. I'm sorry, but I couldn't possibly put Scotland Yard onto this based on a tenuous accusation of a visiting student. Yeah. So I turned down Asogi's plea, and as a result, he took it upon himself to visit the Von Zieg's mansion on his own. We can only imagine now what happened between the two men. Though we know the outcome, of course. Lord Clint Von Zieg's perished. I don't believe this.
So, in actual fact, Kazuma-sama's father did.
He made the late Lord Von Zieg's meet the same fate. He put a permanent end to the professor's killings by taking the drastic measure of ending the perpetrator's life. As soon as I heard, I hurried to the mansion. When I arrived, it was easy to grasp what had happened. And what about the will? Asogi must have already taken it. Nothing of that nature was found at the scene. We had no idea of the existence of such document at the time. Interesting. I wonder how he found out. I really love to dive into this case more, but I don't think we are. I was the only person who knew of the true identity of the professor. So, I resolved to keep it a secret and to guard the secret to the bitter end.
So you're admitting to it? That you're behind it all?
It was you, then, who pinned the crimes on my father. I did what needed to be done in order to protect the law and order of the British Empire. Even if that meant employing an unforgivable ruse.
Then it was you who arranged this fabricated evidence.
I ordered that detective to take care of it, whilst keeping the truth from him, naturally. Gregson. Obviously, he opposed me at first.
Are you off your rocker? We can't do something like that.
There's no question that it was Asogi who murdered Lord Von Zieg's. The house staff made statements that they saw a man running from the mansion that night. Yes, well, I have no doubt there was that Japanese fella. But we haven't got a shred of conclusive evidence against the man. And what's worse than that, he doesn't keep a dog, with a short of murder weapon to boot. And we're short on time, Gregson. We must put a stop to this man's rampage, for the good of the country. So we'll use whatever means necessary. Do I make myself clear, detective? Blimey. So that night, 10 years ago, when I was attacked by those thugs in the back streets, and Genshin's ring was taken, that was him, was it? That was Gregson and some hired help? The detective handed the stolen ring to Dr. Wilson, who feigned his discovery from the victim's stomach during that autopsy. And in light of that decisive evidence, Mr. Sogi was found guilty of the charges brought against him. However, behind the scenes, he had actually struck a deal with his accusers, in which he agreed to silently accept the charges. But I just don't believe that part. As far as I knew the man, my father despised such underhanded dealings. It was extremely easy to make him comply. You see, he had one crippling weakness.
What weakness?
Isn't it obvious? His family, you, Kazuma Sogi.
Me?
Yeah, family. He wanted to go back to his family or whatever the fuck. Perhaps you have no desire to return to your homeland, Asogi.
What?
Though I hear you have a 14-year-old son. Agree to cooperate and accept your guilt without contention, and you will see Japan and your son again.
You scoundrel!
Whatever you choose, wisely or not, it will be a closed trial by order of Her Majesty. So whatever rash claims you might make in court, we'll have no trouble in stifling them. There's only one outcome for you, Sogi. The gallows. Don't forget that I still have a weapon at my disposal. A weapon revealing the truth that I know. No, you're desperate to keep hidden. Yes, it hasn't escaped my mind. Which is the only reason why I'm willing to bargain with you. I only want to protect this country's law and order. Sorry. You understand? So, what's it to be, Mr. Sogi?
Kazuma. He did it for me.
And as I told him at the time, my motive was simply to protect Britain from the damage that the truth would do. To protect this country's law and order. At any cost.
Objection!
Ain't that bad? I've never dared let myself even consider this possibility until now. But in the light of all this treachery, I have to ask. The mastermind behind the Reaper of the Bailey. Was it you, Lord Mail Strongheart? A rather brilliant idea, wouldn't you say, Lord Berg von Zeeks? That the spirit of your late brother, the paragon of justice, should return to reap justice for his sibling. Could there be a more appeasing tale of London's masses, I ask you?
What brazen?
I knew that you'd play the part to perfection, but your role really wasn't that of the embodiment of death. No, you were London's guardian angel. An angel with bloody hands? I think not. Those who had cooperated with me already were only too happy to participate in my plan. Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson. My minions worked tirelessly to ensure that the finger of guilt could never come to rest on you. It's all thanks to them that you were exalted as the demigod the Reaper became. He never liked it though. But Dr. Wilson left Britain 4 years ago when he was invited to work in Japan. That's right. And so I had to employ the services of his young protege after that. Dr. Courtney Scythe.
Dr. Scythe.
So, with the execution of the Professor and the subsequent reign of the Reaper of the Bailey... Sorry. I've successfully safeguarded law and order in our mighty capital for the past decade. That is everything. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen,
I do hereby confess, it was I who sired the concept of the Reaper. However, let me say in my defense, it was all for the preservation of law and order across the entire empire.
Lord Strongheart did it. Lord Strongheart did it? The unforgivable collection of crimes, but still, all of those who died at the Reaper's hands were run to the core anyway. if that was the aim for keeping London safe.
There's no one left who can reveal the precise truth of what happened 10 years ago. Therefore, this trial can go on no further. Now, I would like to entreat all those present. Beyond these four walls, nobody need know the truth. Even Her Majesty must be protected from this. I trust you all appreciate the importance of my request. It is, of course, for the good of the country.
Can he do this? Can the trial really end now?
I have one last question for the accused, Lord Von Zeeks. What? Of course, I know that you're a highly accomplished prosecutor, so I find it hard to believe that you didn't have any doubts at all. That you never suspected your older brother. Wait, this theme is cool. You hear this? Oh shit.
Yes, the same thought occurred to me.
Sorry, taking out my gloves. It was only once, but yes, I couldn't say that I'd never had my doubts. My brother's sense of justice was extremely strong. Perhaps too strong, I observed. At the time, there were members of the aristocracy who were bleeding the country dry for their own gain. And since they were nobles, they were untouchable. For my brother, it was a great source of turmoil. And coincidentally, at the same time, the professor began his terrifying reign. During the time of the professor killings, my brother did not appear to be himself.
And that made you suspect?
Yes.
But it was only one. Excuse me.
It was only once, not more. Only once, really. Clint wasn't the culprit. That was my conclusion at the time. And I still believe that now. Do you have any evidence to support that idea? The third victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. It was he who had recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. No matter what the circumstances, it's unthinkable that my brother would have killed his friend and mentor. That will do. Neither Clint Von Zeeks nor Gijin Isogi still walk this earth. However much we debate on this matter now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. But there were only two extant pieces of evidence from this time. The woe-begone ring that acted as incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Isogi, and the 3-page will and testament penned in black ink left behind by the man. The wretched truth of what happened is exactly as I've explained. Later today, I will present myself at the Ministry of Justice for whatever sanction is deemed appropriate. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Objection!
Objection, wait, let me present evidence. We gotta wait. Thank you.
Kazuma. Me? If it wasn't for you,
I wouldn't have made this 11th hour discovery.
what discovery? My lord, I'm afraid. I must insist the trial continues. I beg your pardon.
As the court has been reminded today already,
We must stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth. And to that end, one particular statement made by somebody in this courtroom moments ago revealed a very subtle contradiction. What contradiction? But all I asked for was one simple statement.
Well, it began with Lord Von Zeeks and his recollection about his brother. But Lord Stronghart didn't permit the defendant to speak at length.
I merely pointed out that we can draw no further useful conclusions here. What on earth is the contradiction?
One of them definitely said something contradictory. It's time to identify who.
Fuck, I don't remember. My brother did not appear to be himself. Clint Von Zinks wasn't the culprit. That was my conclusion at the time, and I still believe it now. Their victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. It was he who recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. Now we'll do neither Clint Von Zeeks nor Genshin Suki still walk this earth. Okay, you know that's true. I merely pointed out that we can. I don't. I mean, they both could have said something contradictory. Excuse me. Excuse me. My throat's been off all day. Is it Stronghart? Neither of them still walk this earth or something? It was Lord Stronghart, I'm sure of it. Something he said was slightly off. Come on, Ryunosuke, think back over his words, find the problem. Neither Clint Von Zeeks nor Genshin Isogi still walk this earth. However much we debate on this matter, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. There were only two extant pieces of evidence from the time. The We Be Gone ring that... Yeah, so it's either that... The Chief Justice at the time wasn't the Chief Justice, right? Which would mean the contradiction is with Von Zeeks. Or it's the fact that there is more evidence, right? And we know that the will still exists, right? The We Be Gone ring that acted as incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Isogi, controller. And the 3-page will and testament. Wait, what? There's 3 pages. I just fucking... What the fuck? I didn't even realize he said that. There's only 2 pages, right? And the 3-paged will and testament penned in black ink and left behind by the man. Lord Stronghart, would you care to explain? Explain what, counsel? Among the statements you just made a few moments ago, something you said was inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence we have. Inconsistent? And whilst an inconsistency remains, the defense has a right to pursue an explanation. Ryunosuke, what? Let me warn you about the statements you're making, counsel. They may very well be proved fatal. You claim my words contain a contradiction. With which piece of evidence, you ask? With the... Where is it? There's 2 pages of this, right? Yep.
Take that!
I am so confident. Didn't even save. This here is the will left behind by Mr. Isogi. The 2-paged will. What? Yet moments ago, your precise words were... The 3-paged will and testament. Could it be that originally there was a third page? For a moment, I thought perhaps you identified something worthwhile, but it's a mere trifle, I see. A trifle? Governor Caden.
What can I do for you, sir?
You were present when the Japanese man penned his last will and testament.
Aye, I was there for sure. I remember the black, like scrolls to this day. And I'm quite certain, my lord, that there was a third page at the time.
What?
Only the first 2 pages were the actual will, though. If I mind correctly, the third was a message to his lad back in Japan.
For legal purposes, we require only his will.
And we couldn't have wanted any uncomfortable words about British getting back to Japan, eh? So it was decided that the third page ought not be sent.
Objection!
How dare you make that decision? I had the right to know what it said, to hear my father's final words to me. The courtroom has no place for sentimentality, counsel. As it happens, I have the third page of the document with me right here. My father's message! It will be given to you at the end of the proceedings.
It'll be too late once the trial is over. We need to know what it says now. Even the slightest thing could give us a vital clue.
My lord, the defense calls for Genshin Isogi's last words to his son to be read out loud before the court now. Your request is denied. The inevitable maudlin words can be of no consequence now. The prosecution agrees. The court should know the content of that message. Every possible piece of evidence must be thoroughly examined. Very well then, Governor Caden. You will read the third page of the document for all present to hear.
Yes, sir. Only, I should point out, my lord, it's in Japanese, right? That I can actually read Wedum language.
Oh. Hey, is it me? This beautiful handwriting? Shame on you, Barry. Yeah. If I could be of assistance here.
It's me.
There you go. I would be happy to help translate the words into English for the court. Controller?
Father!
What happened? My controller just stopped working. Not that it hasn't been like that all series, but now more than ever. You're still here, are you, Dr. Miketsuba? Naturally. I consider myself a member of the judiciary, albeit a lowly one. But perhaps I should quietly withdraw after I've translated Genshin's message. Your cooperation is much appreciated. I have to read it like this. Actually, no, I'm not.
Kazuma, the truth is shrouded in darkness. A truth that only a clan's great sword, or great sword can pierce. Mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall. All my mortal foes.
That's the end of the message, it would seem.
A haiku poem? Twist thy head? Father.
What is Karuma? That's the name of the Isogi's clan's famous sword. A razor-sharp blade known to all. Passed down for generations. It embodies the Japanese spirit. It's not known to me.
It's the katana sword that was submitted as evidence earlier in these proceedings. The one worn by the prosecution counsel when he confronted Inspector Gregson.
All of these procrastinations are trying to begin my patience. Are beginning to try my patience. Adjournment of this court is long overdue. As the presiding judge, I have been as accommodating as possible of the will to this courtroom. Of the will of the courtroom. However, despite all that, no new information has come to light. In pursuit of justice, Lord Clint von Zeeks tragically lost all sense of morality. When he murdered his former mentor, he was clearly already devoid of his normal faculties.
Objection!
How dare you? I refuse to believe that to my brother. Too much time has passed. We cannot ever hope to know more than we do now. Especially since the alleged will that he penned in his final moments appears to have been lost forever. Lord Strongheart, you appear to be in somewhat of a hurry to wrap things up. I wonder why. We heard you state time and again during these proceedings that everything you said was in the interest of protecting British law and order. And I stand by that. Without the Reaper, we could never have achieved the reduction in crime the capital is seeing.
Objection!
What about Inspector Gregson then?
And Dr. Wilson. They were no criminals. You used them to achieve your ends. And then you had them killed.
However you dressed it up, there's nothing fair or just about that.
Lord Strongheart, what exactly are you hiding? Dr. Mikotaba, why are you still here? Were you not told to quietly withdraw after the translation of your former associate's will? In this courtroom, no argument carries weight unless it is supported by evidence. And it would seem that the defense has no more evidence to present. In which case, I hereby order all discourse of these proceedings to be struck from the record.
This is my last chance.
The last, this feels like the last, little, bit, right?
Mr. Naruhodo!
Excuse me. I have to present some evidence now, or it's all over, but can I? Kazuma, the truth is shrouded in darkness. Only our darkness, our clan's great sword can pierce. Mighty Kadama. MTA. MKTA. No, I'm trying to I'm really trying to see what might be here that I can You know what I mean? I thought it was like a forward MTA, MTK.
At critical times like this, I've always found myself thinking it's best to wait and see what happens. I can't help feeling that perhaps you've missed countless opportunities as a result. How could you possibly know my life has been one long list of missed opportunities? But you have a new opportunity here, Miss Naruhodo, for a change of direction. You must be quick before Lord Strongheart's improvised gavel hits the bench.
It just did. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Not yet, my lord. As it happens, the defense has evidence to present.
Whatever evidence you think you have, I'm quite sure it's deserving of this.
Fuck. Shit.
I had a feeling something like that would happen. Shh.
Wait, my lord. As it happens, the defense has evidence to present.
What? Don't be absurd. There's nothing of relevance remaining from that time.
Objection!
It's high time that you realize something, my lord. This gentleman has an uncanny habit of producing evidence at the final hour that had escaped everyone else's attention. Nonsense. What is it, Ryunosuke? What do you have? I dare say, the final, decisive piece of evidence that will reveal the whole truth about this rotten tale. How can you? Decisive.
Well, it would appear there's no escaping now, my lord.
Let it be so then. Present whatever you think you might have to settle this decade-old enigma, if you're capable. What exactly is this evidence that that the defense claims to be so decisive? I don't know. Fuck me, I don't know. You think I know? I'm pulling this out of my ass as we speak. I was thinking like, oh, it spells male, strong heart. Like, oh, Kamkta, you know? Only our clan's great sword can pierce. I don't know, the great blade. It's such a thing of beauty. I want to gaze at it for hours. My critical thinking is is hindering me right now. Is it the Asogi papers? I mean, it's the piece of evidence that we just got, right? So it's the highest likely, but like I couldn't even think of anything else, right? Like, the only other thing I could think of is the Lucky Charm. That's the only other thing I think of, right? Oh, man. No.
Take that!
What did I say, Council? If you're capable of were my words, fuck. Shh. Oh man, back to this. Gosh, Ryunosuke? Sorry, I was daydreaming about me fucking up. But I would never do something like that.
Take that!
No. Shit. Fuck. I dare say the final piece of evidence that will reveal the whole rotten truth or something like that. I have to present some decisive evidence or it's all over, but can I? What else is there? So they fought, they died. Yes. Nothing from back then. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits were revoked. Aiding and abetting the prison convict. Details are we expected. Here's the evidence. It's not decisive at all though. Gregson. So of all this evidence from the Gregson case.
Take that!
No, I don't know. I really don't know. Ah, shit. And this evidence clearly demonstrates you're not capable of destroying you're only capable of destroying your own argument. Fuck. Come on, Ryunosuke. We know that Asogi-san negotiated with Lord Strongheart 10 years ago, using the last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zeeks as a bargaining power. And yet, after his death, the document couldn't be found in his cell at the prison. So, does the fact that we never found it mean it could be hidden somewhere undiscovered after all these years? My lord, the defense does have... We do? Should we get looking? Huh? Mighty Kadamon, twist thy head and watch them fall. All thy mortal foes. Oh, I was right. That's the proper use of the sword, is it? Maybe I should try it. It hurts my neck, that's the trouble. Naruhodo? If I might have a suggestion, I think perhaps it doesn't mean your head. Oh. I once studied the history development of the katana some time ago, and I'm sure that you're probably aware, but the sword's head is a part of the very end of the hilt. Oh my god, it was this! I just didn't check properly. It's written as head in Japanese, but it's pronounced as Kashira, I believe. Kashira? So Mr. Sogi's words really mean twist the butt of the hilt? You don't think... Ah! Look what's inside! Is that... a tightly wound sheet of parchment? Red ink? Oh, fuck! Scarlet ink! It's written in scarlet ink! I penned this, my last will and testament, in this final moments of my inevitable and willing death. This is it, isn't it? Miss Naruhodo, look at the signature at the end. Clint von Zeeks. And the date, 10 years ago, on that fateful night. So 10 years ago, it's been silently concealed inside Kadama and nobody knew. The last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zeeks. Wait. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is unbelievable. The last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zeeks had been hidden in the Great Sword Kadama for years, the last trump card left behind by Genshin Asogi. What are you doing over there, Council? Nothing. Nothing. We're doing nothing.
Take that!
Here you go. There is a single piece of evidence that can clarify what really happened 10 years ago. The last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zeeks. Ha! A wonderfully astute observation, I'm sure. But in case it escaped your notice, that document was lost long ago. That's right. It was. Only... I have it right here. Discovered just moments ago. Impossible. That can't be. Everything that's happened comes back to this will. This document is the key that will unlock this entire mystery. Wow, that's a... Oh, look at him. Wow. He's scared. Ooh, he's scared. My brother's last will and testament. Where did you find that? Oh, shit. It was rolled up inside this. Inside Karma. That ultimate weapon Genshin Isogi obtained has lain undisturbed in the hilt of the sword all these years, just waiting for the right time to emerge and reveal the truth.
The signature and seal certainly look official.
My God, it's true. It's my brother's handwriting. There can be no mistake. I forbid the contents of that document to be from me read out. You hear me? I strictly forbid it. You cannot do that, my lord. This document could explain everything. That document could literally destroy the meaning of justice in this country. I demand that you hand it to me, at once. Why? What are you trying to hide? Could it be that you already know what's written on this page?
What are you implying? Court is adjourned with immediate effect. Clear the courtroom.
Do that, my lord. And you'll suffer a fatal blow as Lord Chief Justice. I beg your pardon? Forcibly ending a trial without good reason. And not any trial, a closed trial by order of Her Majesty the Queen. To defy the monarch's will is treason. It's happening. Yo, Val. What's up?
It's exactly as the young Japanese man said. Oh my God. Read it now, read it now. We have a right to know what's in that will, a right and a duty. Oh.
Well, my lord. It would rather appear that the proceedings aren't going as quite as hoped, going as quite as you hoped. You fools.
Go ahead, Ryunosuke. Read it. The prosecution gives the full. Give to the. Okay, Kazuma. All right. Hey, it gives its full. Very well then.
No, for God's sake.
No. Wow, is he? He's really broken up about this. Is it really that big of a piece of evidence?
I pen this, my last will and testament, my final moments before my inevitable willing death. The hour is 1 p.m., and I sit at my writing desk in my office. My good friend Isogi stands at my shoulder. He has expressed his intent to invoke the dying ritual of the duel, that I may depart this world once with honor, an honor of which I'm utterly undeserving. The Japanese are truly merciful people. I, Clint von Zieks, Lord of the Manor von Zieks Estate, hereby confess the following. I'm the killer who has come to be known in the society as the Professor, guilty of 4 counts of murder. I will not here discourse the corruption rife among the aristocracy, which is to me, as one of them, so apparent. However, 6 months ago, I took the life of a member of the House of Lords at the heart of the Bravity. A demon who habitually sacrificed a common man to further his own interests, abusing his position of power. The law is imposed against such vile avarice. Only a fellow demon could rid society of that menace. That demon was my quarry, upon whom I secretly set my great hound. But though I am a hunter of some experience, I am a poor felon, it seems. My guilt was once recognized by another, and I am subject to his extortion. He held over me the threat of exposing my wicked crime to my beloved wife and brother. Under that threat, I have done this man's bidding for months now, killing those he deemed I demanded. Or killing those he demanded I kill. As I watched my former mentor perish before my eyes at the jaws of the hound I commanded.
I realized that I had lost the last shred of decency within me and sunk to the level of a wild beast. There is no path back to the light, be it I or my dear friend Asogi who dies this night. I am eternally damned. To my extortioner, male Strongheart, may you feel the jaws of the beast at your throat every time you swallow. Wow, he was always just behind it, period. You were always the Reaper. You? Why are you smiling? So now we know, yes, Clint Von Deeks was a murderer. But somebody was directing him and naming his victims. His extortioner, Lord Male Strongheart. It was you! Sick. God, you're just like the big bad, aren't you?
Lord Strongheart, a moment ago, you claimed that what the court had just heard could destroy justice in this country. But you weren't trying to project justice at all. All you were trying to do was conceal the secret of your true nature and the countless lives you sacrificed till now.
It just didn't make sense to me that the third victim, the former Lord Chief Justice, was my brother's benefactor and a man of lofty principles. As I said, Clint had no possible reason to kill the man. But you did, didn't you, Lord Strongheart? To eliminate the man who stood between you and the office you set your sights on. You used your own hunting dog, Lord Clint Von Zeeks, to take him down. It's that fucking meme. It's that speed meme. You know what I'm talking about? My mother died. He let me win. My mom died. What was the clip? You know what I'm talking about? Smile and go next. It had to be done. London's unsavory shadows are deep, and the arm of the law fails to reach their depths. Crime must be cut off at the root, but the Lord Chief Justice at the time couldn't see that. He was weak. Lofty principles, you say? Tantamount to cowardice, if you ask me. Which is why I took his place, in order to fight the crime he was allowing to spread like wildfire. By murdering the man. The Reaper, the Professor, the name makes no difference. As I've explained countless times already, it was all done for the furtherance of law and order in London.
Objection.
But, like, no. I mean, I get it. He did all this for his own idea of, like, justice, and he wanted to... in order to realize that, this is what he did. Instead of, like, just actually doing all the petitioning, or, like, the hard work or whatever, right? Yo, Inversia, what's up? How you doing? Are you going to legitimize the murder of my father now, too? Ah, Genshin Asogi. Well, that was unfortunate. I had fully intended to send it back to Japan, as we'd agreed. I don't believe you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed him. No, it wasn't me who took your father's life. Then who? On the night following that mock execution, I went to Logate Cemetery at 3 in the morning with Jigoku. What? Judge Jigoku? There had been a collaborator on the Japanese side to manage Asogi's treatment after his reparation. Jigoku had fierce ambition. It made him easy to manipulate. 10 years ago, after he stood trial for the destruction of the witness stand, I had words with him. Whoopsies. I'm holding my controller weird, so I keep accidentally pressing the evidence button. Why are you surprised? You were the one person that was here when I said it. You. It's fucking jolly. Look at him. When I told him the position of the the Minister of Foreign Affairs could be his, he couldn't agree fast enough.
Yeah. Say Shiro. You fool.
I did. I straight up, I didn't. It was, you know, it was dependent on. It was dependent on when I woke up, and it was dependent on if the boys wanted to do anything. If they did want to do something, I would have just canceled until tomorrow. But it didn't look like they were doing anything, so I just. It didn't look like they were doing anything, and then I woke up early enough for me to be comfortable with streaming. I wouldn't stream if I woke up at like 3. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stream from 3 to 6. Not because it's like super late and like early morning, but because it's a super like good time for you guys to stream. I don't want to stream at a good time for you guys. Because then I have to. Because then my space will be impeded. That's a joke. Kind of. But yeah. I woke up at like 11 and I'm like, okay, I went to eat. Came up, saw no one was doing anything, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stream. I finished the game. As you know, Sogi escaped the prison in a closed casket and was subsequently interred. We intended to dig him out of his grave before he ran out of air. But sadly, all did not go to plan. Yeah, the gravedigger. There was an unexpected visitor to the cemetery who brought his own ideas about digging up graves. So every
No! You need to focus. Lock in. Can't be watching streams.
Well, I'm glad then. I can stream whenever. For ambrosia. There was an unexpected visitor to the cemetery with his own ideas about digging up graves. A man who witnessed what nobody was supposed to see. Enoch Drebber. Of course, when I knew the grave robbers frequented London cemeteries. That grave on that particular night. Blast. Well, if people find... blast. If the people find out that Comdic wasn't really executed, this scoundrel will rock the very foundation of the Empire. But what do we do? Shoot him, Mr. Jigoku. Shoot Asogi at once. He can't live now that this has happened. He has to go. Why not just kill Drebber? What are you talking about? You had an agreement. You promised that you could return to Japan. Everything has changed now. If the truth goes out because of this, both of us will be finished. Forever. Come on, Jigoku, do it. Pull the trigger. Shoot! Yeah. Jigoku shot Asogi from the shadows. The grave robber was so close. The blood sprayed on his coat. He fled as fast as his legs would carry him. Then Jigoku and I put Asogi's body back in the grave, from which he had just emerged. When I later learnt of the waxwork modeler's presence at the scene in the well, I made her swear to 2 things. Never to remove the professor's mask, and never to speak of the events of that night. And with that, the secret was buried alongside with Asogi's corpse. So, now you know that what really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night. A lot of these, like, fucking everybody has a reaction to it. So are you guilty? It was Jigoku, your Japanese acquaintance, who killed Asogi in the end, you see. He claimed to be the man's friend, but when push came to shove, he pulled the trigger. Damn, he's as much as a scumbag as you are, kind of, mostly. All the judges in this game suck. Just before Mr. Jigoku left the courtroom earlier, he said that the assassin exchange proposal was a demand from his British counterpart, not a request. So you coerced him too, using what happened in the graveyard. By the time, Jigoku was the Minister of Foreign Affairs negotiating international treaties with Britain. You can imagine what would have happened if it came to light he murdered a compatriot 10 years earlier. He would have lost everything. I merely reminded him of that. How do you sleep at night? Speaking of sleeping, that's how you get sleep at night. Don't be like Strongheart. These past 10 years, I fought tirelessly with the dark recesses of London's criminal underworld. And I've used whatever means necessary to ensure that justice prevails and law and order reign supreme.
That couldn't be further from the truth. The fact is, you haven't fought crime at all.
How dare you? I've saved Clint Von Zeeks from dishonor in his death. That's not a crime, though. Whilst being behind scenes, you systematically buried anyone who stood in your way. And then, you made my father take the blame. It was unavoidable. It was the only way to protect our justice system and public order. Let's not forget the others you had killed as well. Setting the defendant up as the Reaper to cover up the truth behind the murders and countless more. That's enough! Do you have any idea of the conniving that led to the acquittals of those wretched criminals? We have to fight fire with fire. Our courts can't function without a Reaper. Can't you see all I've done for this country? This has been my struggle. No, but like, you've done nothing, because it all comes in exchange, you know what I mean? And your exchanges are bad. Lord Von Zeeks here, who worked tirelessly and justly in court, whilst enduring the disgrace of the Reaper name.
And Inspector Gregson, fraught with anguish for having sullied his hands through a desire to do the right thing. Not to mention Genshin Asogi, who risked his life going in pursuit of the truth you tried to hide. No, the darker recesses of London's underworld were largely filled by you.
You little... When will you get it through your thick skulls?
That it was all for the Queen and the country.
I'm tiring of that excuse. You've consistently twisted the truth for bargaining power to make others do your bidding. Nothing more.
People who willingly twist the truth and coerce others have no right to call themselves a part of the judiciary. I strongly suggest you don't ever talk of justice again.
Yeah? Wait, he confessed all that and now he's getting mad? Ah! 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 That's the second time he's done that. What a fucking idiot. Oh shit. He's doing the clap. Well, well, dear me, my good fellows, dear me. He's doing the clap. A well-deserved round of applause, I think, for quite a marvelous performance. What are you talking about? Those delightfully grave expressions, that beautifully pronounced Queen's English. Really, our friends from the Far East are quite the picture of industriousness. You fraud. Keep your mockery. Please don't misunderstand. It is exactly as you both said.
Yeah, he's doing the Phoenix Wright thing. This is a callback to another game. This is him doing that is a callback to another game. It's like a fake out. It's like a fake out breakdown. So, I assume what's gonna happen in like an hour is he's gonna have an actual breakdown, and then we're gonna end the game.
What are you trying to say? I have occupied the darker recesses of London's underworld and, how do you put it? Done nothing. I confess it's a little embarrassing to have it pointed out quite so starkly, but yes, I really have done nothing, which means I can be indicted for nothing. No. What? It's true. Personally, I have committed no crimes. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted very rashly indeed.
What? Did you not blackmail someone? Isn't blackmail a crime? These are all like you telling people and holding things over your head is very clearly blackmail and abuse of power, which I believe are crimes. You can't get away with that. You've consistently preyed on people's weaknesses.
And what? Threatened them? Are you sure it wasn't just bargaining?
What the fuck? That is what threatening is, isn't it?
I would like to address to all the good lords, ladies and gentlemen of the judiciary here present.
Yeah, also isn't planning and then putting into action a crime also a crime? You know what I mean? He did a lot of bad.
You all know these darker recesses in our great capital. Deep down, I also believe you also know that to fight those who dwell there requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. So let me appeal to your good sense now. Consider the situation with me. If this catalogue of horrifying revelations were to become common knowledge among all 6 million inhabitants of London, what might happen? To learn that the infamous murderer of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. That evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid the secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by the Scotland Yard Inspector. And finally, that it was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself.
He just said it. He just admitted to it. He legit just said it. He masterminded all of it. He went down the list of his fucking crimes and stated it. But I don't think he's trying to say that he didn't do it now. I think he's trying to just appeal to the people, right? It feels like he's grasping at straws, right? I was a part of the conspiracy. I was also a part of the jailbreak and subsequent murder of this convicted killer. I was also the mastermind of the murderer that was framed to be the convicted murderer in prison, but he was killed. But he was killed by the convicted murderer first, and I decided to frame him first, right? I did all of it. It's all me.
But do you want the British public to know? Do you want all the sheeple to find out that this is who's running our country?
The what? I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but like, we also don't want you to be the head of it still. Fucking get out of here. This is a closed trial for a reason, isn't it? Fucking get him out of here, man.
If the general public of Bryn knew the truth, all of our faith in the police and the prosecutor's office would be completely lost, without doubt.
public order in the capital would completely break down and be cast back to the lawless days of the last century. Precisely as it was 100 years ago, when 1 in 10 of the population were criminals. Think what we've accomplished since then: a public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we want to continue to protect the new era of law and order, I say, we must at times accompany the darkness ourselves.
He's really trying to like. he's really trying to convince us that what he did was okay. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minutes of these proceedings and the intervals of pursuing in the interest of preserving law and order. To protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, what say you? He does have a point. The things Lord Stronghart did is unforgivable. But on the other hand, it's our duty to maintain law and order in the capital. You can't deny that the threat of the Reaper over the years has done wonders for the rare crime rate. And by fair means or foul, it's all thanks to Lord Stronghart. Oh man, really? Guys. How gullible. Are you hearing this? This fucking nonsense? This is the will of the British judiciary? What the yes, my peons. Thank you for your rousing response, friends. I express my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of the court, the record shall be erased. You have to respect the man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Lord Stronghart really is a master of manipulation. You've conclusively proven his guilt, yet he still manages to evade justice. I just don't know what we can do. Ryunosuke. It looks like this trial is really coming to an end now. I'm almost out of options, I think. There's really only one path left to open for me. Strong hot! Fucking wait and see. Let's just sit in this for a bit longer. I need a bit more time. I know what to do. They've prompted this so many times. Stop! My hands will be the ones to silence you all. Yes, as I know only too well, the only thing that carries any weight in court is hard evidence. But, Mr. Naruhodo, what evidence is there to use at this stage in the trial? I have an idea. I don't know whether anything will come of it, but if there's ever a time for using this particular item among the evidence, it's now. Pull the ear! We gotta pull it! Oh my, yes. So Sholmes asked us if you had that with you earlier. We've exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoings now. I have no doubt that Mr. Sholmes has already deduced exactly how the truth would unfurl. Which is crazy. Fucking, the only time that he's good at doing deductions is when we're not with him. I think it must be time for the great detective to take center stage, don't you? Oh my god, are we actually gonna have like a a Sholmes part? Yes, absolutely. Let's take the hair by the ears then, and heave. Alright, here goes. Heave, why are you heaving? Ow, 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 my dear fellows, I must not remind you every time, a gentle tug will suffice. Mr. Sholmes, you're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo. Because I'm over here in the center. Mr. Naruhodo, he's... What the... Whoa, what? It's Mr. Sholmes... How... You can't do this. How... What?
It's Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, shit. He's so cool.
I wasn't expecting you back, Sholmes. Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart.
What? Straight up.
What's the meaning of this?
Bailiff, seize him. Put that man in irons. This is a close court. You've been warned once already, man. Oh, what? We can't get a hold of him, my lord. We just go right through him. Yo, one of them isn't even doing anything. He's just standing. This is ridiculous. I'm afraid your efforts are wasted. You say, the great detectives you see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow. An image, you will. What the fuck? Why did you set up all these fucking cameras? Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions. It's not even the 1900s yet. You can't make technology like this. How are you doing this?
Mr. Sholmes, what on earth is...
Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone?
Yes? I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo.
Yeah, this is the one and only Mr. Sholmes. He's been like our resident, like, detective man throughout the entire game, basically.
The sound of the speaker voices is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place.
Quite. Sounds are transmitted, so how could... So could not images keep them company? I mused. Iris and I did some modest experimentation to develop such a device specifically for this very day.
Modest experimentation, Mr. Sholmes? What a modest description.
Live, love, Mr. Sholmes. And somewhat incidentally, I thought we might just as well transmit an entire scene.
Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes. Now you're being immodest.
Hey, do you mean to say, you're not actually here, Sholmes?
I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept.
Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival. Poor father. I have hoped that he might have been forewarned, being the great detective's great partner.
Leave my courtroom at once. Get out! Or I swear you. Dear me. You, on the other hand, Lord Strong, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I'm not here, which would, I hope, lead naturally to one asking,
where exactly are you?
The very question I was awaiting. I am at present enjoying the air of a rather splendid garden.
A garden?
Not just any garden, you understand. The garden of Buckingham Palace. What? You can't be. Buckingham Palace. What's Buckingham Palace, Mrs. Sato? It's the place in London.
I've never heard of it. Do you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo?
Wait, are you doing this in public? Are you just talking to like a fucking... Where you're being VR like transmitted into a courtroom in the middle of a garden? Like in public? And you're just talking? Oh, wait, no, this makes sense.
Mr. Sholmes?
He's broadcasting the trial to everybody. Right? That's what he's doing? My controller, man. This is something that he would do. He's very goofy.
Is Iris there with you?
Ah, well now. Iris is currently enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty. What the fuck? Her Majesty? Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty the Queen of the British Empire. What? Yeah. How the fuck did she get there? What on earth is this all about? Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty's Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo. Order. Order in the court. I demand immediate silence. Her Majesty the Queen. You can't. I mean, no. This is some sort of unforgivable, distasteful trickery from a third-rate detective, that's all. Unforgivable, distasteful trickery. What an apt description. A closed court session attended by all the elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I presumed Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So, I decided to show her everything, from start to finish. Huh? You showed her? Oh, I see. That's what he's talking about when it comes to video. Indeed. With a dint of the Mr. Herlock Sholmes remote cinematography. You meddling. This is some kind of nightmare. Just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling you with the talk of my latest invention, no doubt you've inferred that the reverse is oh so true. You don't mean... Her Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings. I assume there would be no objection, after all. Every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. This is the word. When he was in here earlier, he like planted something. He had to. I confess I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivable, distasteful trickery in which you've been engaged in over the past 10 years. No, I was merely... Oh fuck. Ew, ew, ew. I'm so sorry to keep you all waiting. Vicky and I had so much to talk about. Iris, there you are. Queen Victoria? In fact, I have a little message from Her Majesty. A message? Well then, if everyone is sitting comfortably, they can't actually put a historical figure in this game, so they have to... It's only a message. Well then, if everybody's sitting comfortably... Forthwith, and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to Male Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore. Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. Wow, public. So it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all. Male Strongheart. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer are you the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law and of Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal. There you go. Adjourned! 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 The court is adjourned! Damn. Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you good? You're a criminal, but you'll still die from that, dude. Wow. No one has ever been more guilty. Whoa. Okay. Oh shit! Okay. No, are we okay? Guys, there's a fire. A fire has broke out in the courthouse. Please evacuate. Oh my god. Please evacuate accordingly. Yeah, he's on the stand now. Lord Clint von Zeeks left a will in which he confessed to everything. When those words came out to Misogi's mouth, it deranged me completely.
I knew I must do anything and everything in my power to contain the situation. But I couldn't find the damn document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there.
Sir precipitated the jailbreak plot, I presume. What do you mean?
The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Asogi's escape, he would emerge the will somewhere on his person. But despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt.
Well, it's because, yeah. You would have never found out because it was in Japanese, right? And you don't care about the Japanese. You don't care about us. You framed one of us. You hated us, as a fact.
What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me.
I'm sorry, Lord Von Zieks. In point of fact, I think perhaps this isn't the case. Sorry?
How can that be?
There is more to his last will and testament.
What?
We just didn't read it. It wasn't relevant.
As I confront the prospect of my demise, I feel a bitter regret for my younger brother, Burke. You have always looked up to me, and now you follow my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask for not understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I could only ask for forgiveness.
Asogi is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final two wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Von Zieks.
Wait, so the wife knew? Where the fuck is she? Where is she in all this?
Clint.
Ryunosuke, close your eyes. Ryunosuke, close your moment of silence, dude.
Guys, hello? Quit having a stare off. You two. Fucking Jesus. Read the room. Fuck. Fucking Kazuma and Ryunosuke having a stare off while everyone's mourning. God.
Male Strongheart, you concluded with Seishiro Jikoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned the oceans. And you cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about now, a whole decade later?
It's because of this, right? It's because of us?
To ascend to the very peak. These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough. Short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General, I could have no real power to affect the changes needed in this country. And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnant of the past remained.
Really? It wasn't because I appeared?
How could you? I like everything to run smoothly, in exactly the manner I prescribe, like a well-oiled machine. And I was just one step away. And for your ambition to succeed, did you ever bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed?
Ah, Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something?
Such as?
You have very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. Ah. However, the presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were. May I suggest... Oh, you're here to entrust the final education to an old friend.
My lord.
I can't believe I'm making an appearance now. Holy shit. As
Wow, I didn't think I'd ever have to talk to you again.
As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery, and I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today.
Ah, yes.
The darkness that has blighted justice in our lands these past 10 years has been at last dispelled, thanks in no small part to the efforts of the bright young star from the east, Defense Counsel Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord?
On behalf of everyone here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks.
You're too kind, my lord.
The first time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now, I had the faintest intimations that if British justice, so warped and twisted over its long history, was finally to no change, this might just be the man to do it.
What?
But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. Mr. Naruhodo, allow me to apologize for the countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent.
Oh, Lord Von Zeeks.
When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody. Certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I've met. My best friend, Kazuma Sogi, who led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Mrs. Sato, who helped me study to become a lawyer. The brilliant Lord Von Zeeks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese rival. And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning, who showed me the true art of deduction, Mr. Sholmes. Saving the best part for last, Mr. Naruhodo, what a relief. We didn't want to bring Iris along? Yeah, he didn't even fucking bring up Iris. I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always leads to happiness. I've lived by that principle for a long time now. But actually, it's not true. The truth can cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair. And for that reason, there are those who felt the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively even. But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness that takes hold. And from there it grows, until eventually, it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what's just and true. Smack. So we can continue to walk a straight and narrow path ahead. Yay! Cool speech, Naruhodo. Let's go. Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruhodo, let me compliment you on your grand opus. What? Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones corrupting Britain's justice system has been silenced. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, fuck. So, until our paths cross again somewhere? Gone.
Well, what the fuck? I'm getting too old for this shit. Well then, it would appear that this long trial has finally come to an end.
My apologies for the anxiety caused, my lord.
I'm quite sure we shall meet here again in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Berg von Zieks. In conclusion to these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant Berg von Zieks
Not guilty. Confetti. Yay. The mini festival that happens after a non-guilty verdict. Fireworks! Were fireworks a thing? Back then? I guess so.
That is all. Court is adjourned.
Yeah, Vampire Dude nope. He's very innocent. Mega innocent. It was everyone around him that was bad. Literally everyone but him did a bad thing. The 4th of November. 421. Thank God. The Old Bailey defendant's antechamber. It really is all over. But did I sacrifice too much?
Mr. Naruhodo, I really must congratulate you. It was a truly splendid performance. Honestly, I couldn't be happier for you.
Oh, thank you very much. But I really couldn't have done it without you at my side through it all, Mrs. Sato.
Oh. Your kind words mean so much to me.
Hey, I'm here. It was a very splendid show, that Naruto. I have thought you'd be smiling from ear to ear, but you seem rather glum.
Well, of course I'm delighted about the verdict, but in exposing the truth, I'm afraid I've caused my client a great deal of pain. I'm really not sure that's what a lawyer ought to be doing. Did you forget everything you said in the courtroom just earlier? The truth shouldn't be something that you stray your eyes from, or you should look. If you stray from the truth and realize that the truth does pain, and you look at it, but you have to realize something else, right? The darkness behind lying. And now he's here being like, I fucked up my dude.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm quite sure that when you see Lord Von Ziek's smiling face, everything will seem much better.
He's not smiling. He hasn't smiled. The model hasn't smiled. The reason why the picture is so precious is because he's smiling in that thing. He never smiles. Hi. Mr. Sato. Everything seems worse. He has a face like thunder.
Oh dear. I really shouldn't have presumed.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes?
Almost a year it's been now since I first encountered you here in this very courtroom. For you to have risen to the level of excellence you demonstrated today, well, it's quite remarkable.
But I exposed the most unpalatable truth you could have ever imagined in court today. I feel as though I've robbed you of something you've held so dear.
What was it he said? To fight those who dwell in the darkness requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. But that was just a feeble excuse of a coward. Only those with the steadfast eye for the truth have what it takes to fight the dark forces of crime. Fuck. You made fine work of establishing that fact in court today.
Oh. Well, thank you. What magnanimous words. I'm quite sure that Cosmo-san would have a smile on his face at this very moment if he were here.
Cosmo. God damn it. All of you are unhappy people. Every single one of you. Mrs. Sato, there's another face like thunder here.
Oh my, and he really was here.
Lord Von Zeeks. He apologized? Allow me to congratulate you on your acquittal. Congratulate me, or curse me. You failed to bring down the Reaper. That's not true. I owe you an apology. We legit did. No. It should be I who apologize. Your father, Genshin, had I been stronger, perhaps I made an unforgivable error of judgment. I can offer no excuses. You both did. And I can offer no forgiveness. That said, I suppose you fought for justice and truth. For that, at least, I can't withhold respect. Your words mean more to me than you can know. I will hold them dear. That's cool. Kazuma-sama. I must say, there's one thing that's still bothering me. What's that? The will that Lord Clint Von Zeeks wrote before his duel with my father. Asogi is a fine detective, and a hunter worthy of respect. Oh, he's a detective. Oh, that's why he found out. I see. So there wasn't a lawyer? There wasn't a lawyer that went with the traveling students? Why? I was thinking this, because I'm thinking of like the archetypes in Ace Attorney, right? And I was like, oh, it's the detective, the prosecutor, and the attorney, right? And then there's like the secondary ones. And then there's like, okay, this is what it is. So I thought they were filling those roles. That's why I thought, well, wait, no. There's the prosecutor, the defense attorney, the detective, and the judge, right? Those are like the big figures in the court. And I was like, okay, we have a judge already, right? And Mikotobo is weird because he's a forensic scientist. So, but in the games, forensic scientists always acted as like the detectives, which are just people that help you during your investigations, right? Like how Sholmes does it in this game, like that. So I was like, oh, he's a detective. And then I just assumed that this guy had to be one of the lawyers, whether it be prosecutor or defense attorney. And I assumed that he was a defense attorney because Kazuma wanted to be a defense attorney. But no, he's a detective? What? I guess it makes sense because Mikotoba is a weird like subset of detectives, forensics. He's the Emma, not the gumshoe. This guy was the gumshoe. Which makes sense. Which means there were that means there were no lawyers. They sent no lawyers over. Why? Asogi was a fine man, and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final two wishes. The first is that this document survives, and the second, I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. And with my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Von Zeeks. What was the second of his final wishes have been? What can the second of his final wishes have been? That your father agreed to honor, you mean? I would also like to know this. Epilogue. Oh yeah, this is the end, huh? I think perhaps...
Oh, it's me. Hey, I think perhaps I might be able to shed some light on that.
What? Father?
It's me. It was 10 years ago, as you know. The day before the execution was scheduled, I went to the prison to say my farewells to Genshin. Why aren't you putting up more of a fight, Genshin? If you don't agree to it, If you'd only agreed to it, Seishiro and I would gladly petition the government. We've been through this already. You don't need to worry about me. Anyway, Eugen, I have a favor to ask of you. Something of great... why do I keep rolling my R's? Of great importance. You're one of my greatest friends, Genshin. Whatever it is, consider it done. I'm going to tell you an address. I need you to go there, in secret and telling no one. You should find a lady of the gentry in hiding there. Lady of the gentry? She's not in a good way, and she's with a child. The birth is imminent. As a medical man, you should attend to her. Please, you are our only hope.
Huh? Wait, huh?
By any chance, is this child yours, Genshin? Don't be daft. It's a favor that was asked of me by a man I knew, as his dying wish. Oh my goodness. I swore to the man that I would help, that I would do whatever I could for his wife and his unborn child. What if something were to happen to me? I need to ask you the same favor. You're the only person I know who I can truly rely on. What did you say? If should something happen to you? Tomorrow night, you're going to be... You never know though, do you? What life will bring. Alright then, tell me the address. I'll head there once. With Seishiro and... No, not with him. Pardon? This is a favor I'm asking to you. And only you, Eugen.
He knew Jigoku was a backstabbing bitch.
Right. I see. Very well then. That very night, I caught the train to Paddington to Dartmoor in Devon. I found an old house. In the middle of nowhere it was. An old hunting hound laying asleep on the ground. The poor woman was on the floor at the back of the darkened room. She was in a mortal danger. I broke her waters to precipitate the labor before she weakened further, but it was a torturous birth. I did everything humanly possible for her and her child.
Clint and his wife are Iris's parents, and that makes Von Zeke's her uncle. I had to do the family tree in my head. Right? Yo, show the color of her hair right now.
In the end, I was lucky enough to welcome a new life into the world. But tragically,
The mother passed away, right?
my efforts to save the mother's life were in vain. I held the healthy newborn girl in my arms and wept for longer than I care to remember. Eventually, in something of a daze, I looked around the room. And there was precious little in it, but an old travel trunk caught my eye.
Oh, it is. Yes. Oh shit! It's the insignia.
It'd clearly been well looked after over the years. Made of top quality leather, with fine stitching. But it was when I saw the emblem on the side of it that everything dropped into place. B for Baskerville.
Baskerville? You mean the woman was the wife of Lord Clint von Zeeks?
That's right. The newborn was his daughter.
What? But that makes no sense. Why on earth wouldn't Clinton trust a child to my care in that case? I was completely unaware that he even had a daughter.
I suppose he didn't really have any choice.
What?
Well, your brother said he'd confessed everything to his wife. So she must have been beside herself with worry for her child. If the true identity of the professor were to ever be made public, the girl would have forever be branded as the daughter of the infamous mass murderer.
So the only solution was to distance the young girl from the Von Zeeks family as much as possible.
I don't believe it.
I imagine that his final hour, Lord Clint von Zeeks made the obvious choice. He would have thought to himself, this Japanese man is someone I can trust. I honored my promise to Genshin, of course. However, only a month later, I was summoned back to Japan, and without disclosing the parentage of the child, I couldn't obtain permission to take her with me.
So he entrusted her to Sholmes, his partner! They are the adoptive parents of Iris!
Oh, how awful.
I was completely at a loss. In the end, I had to ask my great friend. I asked him that he would be a father to her.
That being Mr. Sholmes, I presume.
Yes. He took one look in my eye and agreed to it on the spot.
Mr. Sholmes, he has a heart of gold.
Really, all it can be said that I did for the child was give her a name.
Oh?
When I'd come to Bryn, I was trying to escape from the grief of losing my darling wife. So it was her name that I gave to the little girl.
Your wife's name, Professor Mikotoba. In other words, the name of my mother. Ayame Mikotoba.
Oh, shit. That's right, Ayame. Or in English, yeah.
Oh, shit!
Iris. I had no idea.
Ouch!
Mr. Naruhodo, what's wrong? That thing just pinched me behind my trouser pocket. Hard.
Oh, my dear fellows, can you hear me?
Mr. Sholmes, is that you?
Ow! Yes, we can hear you. You see what excessive tugging can do? Let that be a lesson to you.
Mr. Sholmes, we weren't able to thank you properly before, but you were simply marvelous. Your checkmate move was a stroke of genius.
Indeed it was, wasn't it? I surpassed myself, I feel. It had become apparent to me that to stop Lord Chief Injustice would require such measures.
Reno, Susie! Oh, Iris. I'm so pleased. What a wonderful outcome. Her Majesty Queen Vicky said she thought my special blend was stupid delicious.
Oh, I'm sure she did. After all, no one brews a more delicious tea than you, Iris.
Let's have a party to celebrate. And Mr. Reaper, you simply must come too.
What? She invited her uncle. Oh my god! Yo, it didn't fucking I was wondering where she was. Fucking, like, where is she? The wife in all this? Oh my god. I'm afraid I couldn't. The Reaper of the Bailey flustered by a 10-year-old girl. Again.
No, really? Oh, poo.
But I give you my word. that I shall present myself to you at your residence in the near future to express my gratitude.
Oh, how lovely. You promise now. I won't let you forget. Bye for now, then.
Alright, Iris. Thank you for all your help earlier.
Oh, that was nothing. Just come back home soon.
Ow! One final pinch goodbye, was it? Well, I think I'd ought to be leaving. Lord Von Zeeks, would you care to accompany me? Certainly. Mr. Naruhodo, allow me to express my deep gratitude to you. I believe you saved my life. Bye-bye.
Wait, Lord Von Zeeks?
Yes.
What are you intending to do now?
Well, clearly, I shall have to resign from the prosecutor's office.
Oh no!
Why?
I intend to publicize the full truth about the professor case. Once that's done, the Von Zeeks family will be ostracized completely from London society.
Surely not.
So as soon as I am free from my employment, I shall leave the capital.
Oh, I see.
Don't be a fool. Yeah, it's you, right? Yeah. Are those the actions of a man once feared as the almighty reaper of the Bailey? I beg your pardon. For the past 10 years, you've endured the pseudonym and been cast as one of the dark forces yourself. Now that you've finally been freed from that disrepute, your battle is just beginning, surely. Well, I certainly never expected to hear those words from your lips. I waited a long time to come to London, and now I'm properly here. I intend to learn all I can. Anyway, goodbye for now, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Kazuma Sogi. It seems as though he really matured suddenly. He's not the only one who's matured, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, I think we should make our way back to Baker Street. We must help Iris with tonight's dinner. We must.
Aww. It was then that I came to an important decision about my future. I prefer saving. Shit, I want to save. Whether I'm gonna be am I gonna stay in London? Something's gonna happen, or am I gonna go back to Japan? This is an extremely important decision. Also, it makes sense. That's why Sholmes didn't want her to talk about the Baskerville killings. I mean, that means Sholmes must have known that Clint was the professor all along, right? The 4th of November, 6:25 p.m. Sholmes Suite. I'm home. Oh, what the fuck? You're here. Ah!
About time you got here.
We've been waiting ages, Oda. What are you doing with that colorful piece of history?
It's a party, isn't it? You got to go off with a bang. I mean, fireworks, ideally. And we ain't got fire. Smoke's the next best thing, ain't it?
There's a girl on Fresno Street who could help you out with that, I think.
Right. I would remember that.
You don't have to reload that thing every time I speak. You must really hear this is the most extraordinary thing, is it? Yeah. I assure you, it will defy your expectations. Take down every detail now, Mikotaba. Ah, the world-famous detective, regaling his partner with a tale of his adventure. A sight to behold. Would you care to hazard a guess? Where do you suppose this fiendish runaway had concealed himself? Would you believe? Inside the trunk of I found abandoned in his cabin. I would believe it. Yes. That was 2 days ago. Or yesterday. I say, Mikotoba, I do not detect a hint of surprise.
I wonder that, huh? Maybe because I was, there at the scene as well, Sholmes.
What? You were? Then why the deuce did you say so before?
Not quite the sight I was expecting to behold, but still, it's hard not to feel privileged to see it.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes, Professor Mikotoba. I'm back from Bailey. And not a moment too soon. A feast prepared by Iris and Mrs. Sato awaits.
I must say, I haven't seen Sato looking so happy in a very long time.
Ah, Reno, there you are. Dinner's on the table, everyone. Please do come take a seat. Time to fill me boots.
Had to get the last word in, huh? You.
Goodness, is that really true, Gina? Yup. I'm losing me cupboard's clubber, and going back to what I know best. It's a diver's life for me. You're really leaving the police force? Why, Ginny? Well, the boss ain't around no more, so... Oh. And anyway, no matter how hard I try, the Reaper ain't going to accept a diver turned dick, is he?
I mean, I think he will.
Well, people can change, you know.
Ah, yes. That reminds me. I rather thoughtfully offered to relieve the bailiff of this now defunct piece of evidence.
It's the inspector's pocket watch,
And the crown's been reattached.
That watch was his pride and joy. A symbol of his great achievements at Scotland Yard. For 10 years without fail, it measured every second of the man's remarkable career.
but now it's stopped.
Someone needs to keep the memory of Inspector Gregson's career alive. By taking on the great responsibility of winding that watch every single day.
Yes, someone with an equally fierce detective spirit. It's got to be me. Ain't no one else. Quite right. I mean, after all, the boss was... Well, he was my boss. Oh, Ginny. Yes, he was. Oh, yeah. And I made you a promise and all, didn't I, Iris? That I'd become a proper detective one day and track down your old man.
Oh,
Alright then, it's decided. I'll do it. And I swear, I'll find your dad and bring him back kicking and screaming.
I'm not entirely sure that would be appropriate.
Yeah, I think, Gina,
It might be best to, well...
I think I'd like you to forget that promise, Ginny.
Iris?
Well, obviously I've always wondered who my real daddy was. Of course I have. I wanted to know where I've come from. I thought that it might tell me something about myself. But I've caused such a lot of trouble trying to find out. Well, so many people. Helly, Reno, Professor Mickey.
Oh, no, not at all, my dear. Really. You owe no apology to anyone.
Well, anyway, I've decided to give up on it. Because I finally realized my daddy is the greatest in the world. I don't think it matters what his name is or where he's from. Don't you agree? Helly?
With every word, Iris.
Thank you, Helly. Thank you, Daddy.
Aww. Aww. I think, Mikotoba. Yes, fellow father. I mean, they're basically the parents of Iris, right? Mikotsuba delivered the baby and then gave it, you know, and gave it to Sholmes, and then he went away, right? I think I ought to express my gratitude to you. Oh, this is your voice. For shit, you keep changing. For 6 years, you and I have solved many a mystery together. And during that time, I remember countless expressions of gratitude of our good services. But a moment ago, I heard the most pleasing expression of gratitude of them all. And I should never have experienced it, were it not for you. You old softy Sholmes. But I must confess, it's a weight off my mind to hear you say it. Well then, I think this calls for a lengthy violin recital, wouldn't you say? Oh, well, the food would go cold. That's the only problem. Maybe next week, Hurley? How? Are you sure a week is long enough, Iris? Oh, I fucking suck. Even amidst the most troubling of cases, even reeling from the most shocking of revelations, returning in the evening to this suite of rooms, there's always a warmth of happiness to be had. The home of the world's greatest detective. And my home, too, with my greatest family. The 4th of November, 9:37 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. This attic room has been my home and office for almost a year now. I've certainly had some unforgettable experiences whilst I've lived here. But I think now, the time has come. Time to bid this place farewell. Naruhodo. Naruhodo? Oh, me. Hey, it's me. Oh, Professor.
Are you alone? I didn't hear a sound from Sasato's room.
Yeah, Sasato-san went out after dinner. She took a carriage. Something about an important matter she needs to take care of.
Ah, I see. I wanted to thank you for what you did earlier.
Oh?
With Iris, I mean. When the subject of her father came up.
Lord Clint von Zeeks.
I made up my mind many years ago to never tell her who her real father was. It's what was agreed with Genshin after all.
Lord Clint von Zeek's final wishes before he died, you mean?
Yes. I've had to take some rather drastic steps in order to protect that secret, you know. Calling Sasato back to Japan 6 months ago, for example.
That's why?
Really? I remember when I read Saseki's report on about his final stay in London, my heart nearly stopped. You stumbled across the crux of that terrible case. The dog's collar. The description of the Baskerville insignia left me with no doubt.
The Baskervilles.
If you decided to investigate that insignia sooner or later, you would have made the connection to Von Zeeks. And to make matters worse, Sasato knew of the unpublished story as well. The story that Iris had written based off my notes from the time.
Oh yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Exactly. It was a work of fiction, but based on a grim reality of a huge beast of a dog being used as a murder weapon. The dog with the Baskerville family insignia around its neck. Armed with those two clues, I feared you and Sasato might arrive at the truth. So I invented the story having collapsed to justify her leaving London and returning to Japan at once. All in the aid of halting any investigations you and she might might have been contemplating.
I see. Something I've never understood is why Sasato came across the manuscript in Japan, though. You know, Iris is the Hound of the Baskerville story, I mean.
Sholmes sent it to me. It was before Sasato left for Japan. He was very troubled about what should have been done, you see. I had read it, and carelessly left it on my desk, which is where Sasato came across it, of course.
Ah,
It was the only case Sholmes and I pursued that I didn't record in meticulous detail. I was stunned when I discovered that young Iris had pieced it together so much from my paltry notes. Sholmes and I discussed the matter and decided that we couldn't allow the story's publication. At that point, I returned the manuscript by post. The Sholmes for safekeeping.
so you did it all in order to stop Iris from finding out the truth about her father.
That's right. Because, Sholmes had told me how astute she'd become. However, having witnessed events in court today, I must say my opinion is somewhat shifted.
Oh?
I think at some point in the future, the time will come for Iris to know the truth. And when it does, well, I believe it will be for the best.
I think so too. Actually, Professor, I wanted to talk to you about something too.
Judging from that expression, I'd say you've come to a decision, have you?
Yes, I have. I'll be returning with you to Japan.
Are you quite sure?
I'm really only here as a substitute for Cosma, but he is here in Bryn now, and as originally intended. Locum student Naruhodo really doesn't have a right to stay, I think.
I see.
Looking back now, when I first arrived here in February, my becoming a lawyer just seemed to be the way of things just turned out. With Kazuma, Sasato-san, and Mr. Sholmes all gently pushing me in that direction. I spent the best part of a year immersed in this world, but always aware of the seed of doubt inside me. Until today. Standing in that courtroom earlier, all doubts vanished from my mind. I was totally focused. I was sure that my belief in my client, and I was sure I could see the trial through. Hold up, gotta check something real quick. Oh, blah. Yeah, we're good. Sorry, I'll check something real quick. And at the end of it, I finally realized no one else chose this path for me. I chose it myself.
A path of a defense lawyer, huh?
Yes, that's what I am now. And that's what I'll be going back with you to Japan as. And that's the path I'll be following for the rest of my life.
Well, it sounds like you made quite a resolution there.
I have.
Very well then. I must say, it's extremely welcome news. I shall make arrangement for your return to first thing tomorrow, but I don't imagine we'll depart for a few days.
Now with the symposium having been cancelled now. Such a shame.
Never mind that. I'm sure there will be other opportunities in the future. Well then, I'll bid you a good night.
Oh, Sasato. Sasato-san. I just wanted to let you know I'm back. Did you, hear what your father and I were discussing? I'm sorry, I did, yes.
couldn't help but...
Oh, how much did you hear?
Well... From the part about Iris's real father, I think.
In other words, from the beginning.
So you've made up your mind? You'll return to Japan and continue working as a defense lawyer.
Ah, yes, I'm sorry. I really should have consulted you about it. I wanted to do it earlier this evening, actually, but you've already gone out.
Oh no, that's quite alright. I already knew that's what you had decided, Naruhodo-san.
You did? Fuck. Not the music box. Oh, man. Sasato-san.
Yes?
I suppose this means it has to be farewell soon.
I suppose.
You'll be a great help to Cosmo going forward. I mean, I know he's a brilliant lawyer, but he's new to the British courtroom. You'll certainly benefit greatly from having a brilliant judicial assistant by his side.
I'll do my very best.
I wish I could say it, but I just can't. I can't ask her to come with me. After all, she was always supposed to be coming to Britain as a Cosmo's assistant.
It's going late. We should both try to get some sleep. I'm sure you must be exhausted at it.
Shit, this is such an important part. I don't want to fucking mess up.
Oh, yes.
You're right.
Before I retire, just let me say one more thing. You really were quite splendid in court today. So if you ask me, anyone who thinks of you as a substitute or a locum should be ashamed of themselves.
Sasato-san. Thank you. Aw. Aw. Oh, I'm leaving. Fuck. I didn't even get to paint the Daruma doll. 7th of November. I was waiting for that. I'm like, I want to paint the Daruma. 5:42 a.m. Port of Dover. Quayside. I can't believe this day's finally come.
You're really leaving then, Runo?
I'm afraid so, Iris. Thank you so much for everything. I don't know what I'll do without your wonderful cooking and delicious tea.
Oh, I wish you weren't going. But you have to come back and visit. Say you will.
Of course. I promise. Me too. Well, it was a brief reunion, but it was a pleasure to pursue a case with you again after so long. For a while, at least. It felt like old times. Yes, well, I suppose, on reflection, there's something to be said for it. Having a little fun once in a while.
I'll just go and say goodbye to the professor as well, I think.
Oh, alright, Iris. You do that. Whoa! Hi, Sasato.
Susato-san.
Oh, whoa. It's voice acted.
I've just checked, Naruhodo-san. Your luggage is already on board. Such a beautiful morning. Perfect for embarking on a journey, isn't it?
Before I set off, I'd just like to say how thankful I am for everything you've done for me. And give my warmest regards to Kazuma, please.
Actually, I think you ought to give him your regards in person, don't you?
Is he here?
Sorry?
Huh? I'm here. Oh, I am here. Shit. Hey.
Kazuma! Karuma!
What are you doing here, man?
What are you doing here?
What the fuck? Ha 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 ha.
Do you really think I'd miss my best friend's departure?
Yeah,
Thanks. To be honest, I'd been looking forward to our wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's capital. But,
Well, we'll have to save that for another time. Personally, I'm looking forward to facing you in court again.
me too. But, we're both defense lawyers, so,
I'm going to become a prosecutor. I'll stay in Lord Van Zeek's tutelage for the time being, but before long, I intend to be just as formidable as the Reaper himself.
Oh, I see.
Oh. I was expecting this. I was expecting the prosecutor turn. I mean, why wouldn't he, you know?
Actually, Ryunosuke, I have a favor to ask.
Name it.
No, don't give it to me.
I'd like you to take care of this for me for a while.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna give me your family's fucking lineage sword?
Karuma?
Hey, you
Why?
can't do that, man.
Because I've seen it now. I've seen what's inside me. The demon that reared its ugly head that day.
Aw, don't play this fucking theme.
It was only for the briefest of moments. The last time I came face to face with that inspector. But it was unmistakable.
I see.
I wanted to kill him. I've always known there are demons that live inside people. And now I know there is one in me. The fact that it very nearly consumed me is something I'll carry with me. Until the end of my days. While I devote my life to fighting those whose demons have got the better of them.
Mm-hmm.
As a prosecutor,
I get it. I get it. I see.
So, that's what you've resolved to do, is it?
until I'm ready to face the demon within me, to slay it once and for all. I leave this in your care,
Oh, Kazuma.
if you'll
Shit.
take it.
If you'll take it. Only if you'll take it. You know, the it's still an offer. You know, I don't want to keep the sword. It doesn't. You know, the swords are cool. You know, I draw it every time. I've cut my father in half with it at some point. You know, it's really cool. But you know, if you really want it, you know, you don't really have to take it though. It's just an offer. Just like he's really hesitant to do this, but like for his character development, he has to.
Of course I will. I'll keep it by my side. Always.
Fuck. Shit. I mean, of course, please take it. It's better with you, anyways. Oh, Kazuma.
Until we meet again, then. You have your path to follow, and I have mine.
Naruhodo-san,
What?
the path you're going to follow from now on.
Mhm.
I wonder if I might follow it at your side, and unless I'd be a burden.
What?
What? Oh, she wants to come with us.
I mean, I would very much like you to come with me. But aren't you...
You're so predictable, Ryunosuke.
I am?
Honestly, you never change at all. But that's what I like about you.
You mean you knew about this?
It was the evening after Lord Van Zeek's trial came to an end. She came to see me at the prosecutor's.
Oh, that's where she went.
Really? Oh, when I had that conversation with Professor Mikotoba.
Yeah.
So, you'd go with Ryunosuke back to Japan?
Yes. I know it's unfair of me to follow my own interests like this.
Coming here especially to tell me. You're a stickler for etiquette, aren't you? Well, what are his feelings?
We've never discussed it, of course, and Naruhodo-san has made no such suggestion. I worry that perhaps I'd be a burden to him.
He's just as much of a stickler for etiquette as you are. He'd never say anything before he was asked. But I'd feel happy knowing you were with him. Look out for him on my behalf, will you?
Of course.
Susato-san.
Oh.
What do you think, Naruhodo-san?
With you by my side, no trial would seem too daunting. So if you're willing, I'd be honored if you'd come with me. Together we can take on the world.
I'm terribly incompetent, but if you'll have me, I'd be delighted.
Oh, no, not at all. If anyone's terribly incompetent, it's me. Ah!
What's wrong?
Your luggage, Susato-san. There's no time. The ship's going to set sail any minute now.
Hold up my controller. I know this is really important, but my controller disconnected.
It's all right. There's no need to worry. As it happens, my luggage is already on board too.
It is?
Your fine judicial assistant has everything in hand as always, I see.
Bruno! Your ship's about to leave!
Time
Oh.
to go then. Look after yourself,
She-
Ryunosuke.
Iris has a voice. she's never had a voice ever in this game.
Kazuma, draw your sword.
This is about to be the coolest shit.
One day, when our paths cross, once more, we'll fight a duel of words across the courtroom. A day I eagerly await as a lawyer.
I've been waiting to hear you say that, partner.
Ah.
Don't forget me then, Kazuma.
As if I could, Ryunosuke.
And Mr. Sholmes, thank you so much. I'm very much indebted to you.
Don't fucking I was gonna say something like sword fighting at the sunrise, but really I was really like, I don't know if I should say that. This is like a really like I'm just gonna stay silent, you know, there's meaning behind this. Fucking to see these fucking messages back to back, this is so wholesome, and then touching tips at the sunrise. Fucking of course it's you who says it too. I straight up didn't want to say it. I really didn't. I was just like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna take in the moment. There's a sunrise, you know. Don't break the mood. Or you said it. Of course it was fucking you.
Indeed, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe you are.
I'll never forget all you've done for me during my time in London.
Wow, he sounds exactly the way I thought he would.
Right. I should like to think you will remember your debt of gratitude.
Oh, my voice was pretty spot on.
Especially when I visit you in your country. What? The truth is, although many are ignorant of the fact, the world is far smaller than most folk realize.
Well, I'd be delighted if you came to Japan one day.
yes, would welcome you with open arms, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! I can't wait!
God, I didn't clock your voice
In
though.
that case, let us conclude that this is to be merely a brief parting, my dear fellows.
And that brings us to the end of my adventures in Great Britain.
His name is, yeah, his full name is just Herlock Sholmes.
A peculiar twist of fate brought me halfway around the world
Bye-bye.
8 months ago. But that was just the start of my journey. Who knows where fate will lead me next? Still, I'm confident this won't be my last meeting with the friends I've made in London. And when we're together again, no doubt the first words I'll hear will be,
Welcome back. Let's fight.
The game is afoot.
Oh, that's true. Nat.
The ship, with our friends from the east, sailed steadily towards the distant horizon. But Sholmes's face was alight with joy.
Cross-dressing
Times
to
may
Sato.
change, but a steadfast friendship will remain true, Wilson. We have but to gently close our eyes, and we are with our companions.
Aw. They changed to their actual selves.
So I do just that. And when I do, I can hear his strong, familiar voice ring out.
Objection!
I can hear his
Until we meet again, Bruno.
I can hear his strong, familiar voice. Objection. Objection. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. Another, like, midnight finish, I should add. Man, we always... Oh. I've been thoroughly inundated with inquiries about my remote cinematograph since that day, but I have no purveyor of electronical goods. What is of the pharmaceutical... Anyway, I've decided that an absence from London is in order. A sojourn of distant chimes. The Empire of Japan, perhaps. I understand that wardrobe class incurs no charge whatsoever. You guys talk too fast. Oh shit. I gave a little note to Hurley the other day. It just said, "Thank you for everything, Daddy." But it made Hurley cry. And I gave him some lotion I invented as well, to dye his hair red safely. But he said that it might make him cry too, so he'd rather not use it. In those days, when I was known as the Reaper, I felt your presence at my side. Once, unable to bear the burden of that grim pseudonym, I even retired from the courtroom. Despite everything, I still wear your prosecutor's badge with pride. But the darkness that once beset me is no more, as you too.
Oh, no more.
In the words of a young foreign friend of mine, I must stride forward toward a brighter future. The boss left a note for me, you know, and I can read every edit from A to Z, the whole lot. It's clear of a lot of stuff for me. The boss was trying to protect me, you know, and that's exactly what me and the Chief Inspector Toby here are gonna keep doing for the Londoners. I only wish I could say how grateful I was before he, you know. Damn. What a what a thing to leave it off on, Gina. Gina, the truth is, I'm not an outstanding fellow like you think I am. You might be a diver at heart, but it's a good heart. You reminded me that I need to be true to myself. I've got one more job to take care of before it's to London town for the foreseeable. And then, I've got to complete your education in the art of detection a la Gregson, as they say. Oh, Gregson! And then he died. What the fuck?
Your Excellency, this man is illegal. Is accused of illegal entry to the foreign exchange of Britain.
Why are you here? Objection! A legal overstatement overruled. The minister is detained in the print anyway.
Who are you, catfish counsel for the defense, and the woman is forbidden in the courtroom?
Oh, really? My friend Sasato-san is in the British courtroom all the time and is doing a wonderful job. Perhaps I should have engaged the services of a regular legal team.
Jesus Christ, it was a fucking, like, gaff of all these different characters. Is it gonna keep doing that?
Mama, is it true about Japanese people? Are they expert in filleting corpses?
Yes, they are. Fish corpses, on the whole.
I'd like to hone my own filleting skills. You don't mind, do you, Mama?
Yes, I do. I'm not a corpse yet, am I?
No. And I'm glad.
Memo, the many memo man. He's in prison. Arrested.
Here I am again in Great Britain with my invitation of my old university friend. He sent me a very nice letter saying he'd like me to show up around now that everything is settled. But what have I done? I was so excited. I picked up this splendid hotel. Now I can afford the bill. Oh, Barrack, come to my rescue again, please. I wish I could just vanish into thin air sometimes.
How come he gets his own scene?
Oh, fuck.
When I make the waxwork impression of the killer of the century, I realized what had happened. But even when the witness stand in the highest court of the land, I could never speak of it. The Lord Chief Justice and I had struck a bargain, you see. For a faithful reproduction of the visage, there is nothing the two spells would not do.
Jesus Christ. Her voice is a pain in the ass. Oh.
Everyone calls me gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits of raspberries, you know?
And they call me the Pepino, and I sell the spaghetti and the mozzarella on my head.
Oh, everyone, they call me no. I cannot do it. This is ridiculous.
Oh, Daly, how charming. You made lots of new friends here, I see.
Yes. And when we're released, we're going to strike it rich together.
These were such minor characters. Well, Daly wasn't a minor character, but the other two were such, like, they just ran a red hair scam. Oh, hey, Kazuma. When I was accepted on the foreign study tour, I knew exactly what my path I had to take, and however it might have ended up, I knew that I wanted you there to see it. And if I ended up in the dock, there's no one I would have rather had defending me. But now, thanks to you, there's a new path I want to take. I'm sure we'll meet again in the courtroom, my friend. Until then, I'll leave Kadama in your care. Oh, this song is so pretty, by the way. Man.
I made some tea, Naruhodo-san. It's important you rest while you can. Once we arrive in Japan, you shall be busy establishing your new office. I'm so delighted to be accompanying you after all. Your talents have been recognized by a great detective. Because you really are the greatest of lawyers. A great ace attorney, some might say.
He filled in the Daruma eye. Oh shit. He filled it in. Oh, wait. Mr. Mikotoba didn't get in that? But Wagahai did? Where the fuck was Wagahai and all that? Oh, man. Well, well, well. That has been the great Ace Attorney. 2 resolved. Actually, we finished. Oh, look, it's it's Uniform Susato. Cats. Look, look, it's Many Memo Man. Many Memo Man. Fucking hated you. Oh, weirdo. You did show up in this game, Hosonaga. Did he? Did he show up? Oh, yeah, he did. He showed up in the first case. I completely forgot about that. With the turret, yeah. I forgot he was there. Susato, come on. Come on, let's go. Hello, Iris and Sholmes. Both of you. They do have the same pose. I never thought about that. Oh, man. What a game. Oh. I did not like this case. The case with these two. I got it. I understood it, but I didn't like it. The bee people were cool, though. Ooh. Why are you here again? Why is he here again? Why are you here? You weren't involved in any of this. After the first case, you were gone. Get out of here. Hydra Bird. Balloon Man. The Bohemian Prince. 2 spells. Psycho number 1 and Psycho number 2. Hairbrain and Von Zeeks. Oh look, Sandwich, Gossip, and Venus. Those are names. You know, when you see the two side by side, they really don't look alike. That disguise is really impressive, Daily. If villain, why not? Oh, who knows? Ah. Where'd Sholmes go? I just realized that he's... Oh, shit. Oh, there he is. There they are. Look at them vibing out. Yo, fucking... What is he doing? What are they doing? I knew he was bad. Didn't I fucking called it from the first game. You'd have to be here from the beginning. Man. Hey, Sholmes. Kazuma. Take out the swords. Also, you gave me your busted ass sword, Kazuma. I don't care how important it is to your family. You broke the tip of it. If it was like chipped, I could have like sharpened it, but no, you fucking broke an entire piece. I have to like take it to a forger, and he has to like, well, he has to like melt a new piece of metal onto it in order to fix it. You know how much of a problem that's gonna cause? And then they really set that up like they were like they really it's interesting for an Ace Attorney game because it's the first time that like not well officially, right, but not like official. Oh, look at this. Now this is a good PC wall background. They're off to chase their own dreams. Well, well, well. That's actually the end of the story. Jesus. Yeah. Thank you, Capcom. Please make another game. Please make another one. I think they like I think what is it? I think they set it up really hard for like there to be what? For having dug around every argument. Oh, I didn't find this? Oh shit. Damn. That sucks. But yeah, they really set it up for like there's gonna be another game in this series, right? Not to mention that Ace Attorney has like a history of doing games of three, because it happens in the main series. Actually, no, they did it for Ace Attorney Investigations. They didn't make a third one. Oh man, is that really the end? We're done with everything? Let's see. I just want to look at these real quick. I can't focus while looking at this. Oh, is this like an art book? Oh, holy crap! Oh, there's things on them. Hello, I'm Kazuya Nuri, the art director and character designer for the game. Let me show you some of the character designs. Scene-setting artwork produced by during the development of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Yeah, so they're trilogies. They talked about it recently, right? About wanting to continue their like IPs, and Ace Attorney was on that list. I'd love for them to, because what they're gonna do with Ace Attorney next, right, is they're gonna start a new trilogy, right? They have to start a new trilogy, or they make another spin-off. And I would love them to make I mean, they set it up so much so it's like, we're gonna face each other again at some point. You know? I want to see that. But it'd be hard. I think it'd be really hard to make another game of this. Because, oh my god, are these like all the reveals? What is this? Ryunosuke Naruhodo 7 Days of Sin, the final what? What is this? Is that Phoenix? Oh, it is Phoenix. Phoenix? What are you doing here, man? Are these like actual movies? Should I be actually looking at this? I think eventually they'll definitely make one. so many unused things. Voice recitals. What is this? These were the only characters that had a voice. Why did she say objection? When did they say any of these? Oh wait, shit. No, we already looked at this. What the fuck? Escapades? Play some short extra episodes. Huh? In the first of 8 escapades, Ryunosuke finds 2 troublemaking witnesses from earlier in his trial having a battle of words in a defense antechamber leading to a real tongue lashing. Oh, my phone died. Oh shit, my phone died. Wait, I can't read. I can't read the chat now. Hold up. My phone died. Shit, I can't read chat. My phone died. Gamers. Okay. What happened? I can't read chat and look at this now. Well, I do want to end soon, so... Here's his homemade suit. Wait, that's so cool. I wish I could turn the model, though. How steampunky. Wait. Oh my god, what the fuck? Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! Whoa! Damn! Shit! Holy crap! Yo, she can pull this off, and she can pull off the fucking the guy uniform. Shit, man! Holy crap! We gotta see this. Yo, he has the mask. It's like he's gonna visit an onsen. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. The water feels great in here. I've been relaxing in my room. Wait. They all look nice, but this Susato one is fucking crazy, isn't it? Isn't it crazy? Isn't this isn't... Wait, hold up.
As if I could, Ryunosuke.
And Mr. Shoals, thank you so much. I'm very much indebted to you.
Indeed, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe you are.
I'll never forget all you've done for me during the...
Quite. I should... Especially when I...
Oh yeah, he tips the mask.
Yes, although many are ignorant of the fact. The world is far smaller than most folk realize.
Well,
Oh yes, would welcome you.
Oh man, look at her. Also, when the hell are we gonna see? Oh, in trials, right? We're gonna see her. We have to see the Ryunosuke one in the trial.
Wonderful! I can't
Oh, it sucks that you didn't get a.
In that
It
case,
sucks that
let us
Iris didn't get
conclude that
an
this
alternate
is to be
outfit then.
merely a brief parting, my
Yes, please. Yes, please. No, no more touching tips. Stop saying that, dude. You gotta stop. I'm not gonna watch it just because you said that. I want to see Ryunosuke in it. I want to see Ryunosuke in his one. Oh, there he is. Remember when all this was happening? Oh man, how intense! But it's her hat. I think it's her hat that I really like. I really like the hat. Yeah, I want to see Ryunosuke in his thing. Yeah, there he is. Look at those goggles, man. He doesn't have the armband, but he has some sick ass. Look at his shoulder. Look at his shoulder. Do you see that fucking little thing sticking out right there? I'm not saying that I don't like the whole. I do like the whole thing, but I think the hat is my favorite part. I'm not like. Look, he has a little thing on his shoulder. Oh hey. What's up, guys? Yes. Wait, does. Fuck, I want to see if Susato has one too now. Hey, hold up. No, don't save. I don't need to save this. Yes. He has the better outfit. Wait, we have to... We can't, like, rotate her outfit, so we can't tell if she has something. You guys see it? Do you see it? Is it anywhere? I can't. I don't know where it is. It'd probably be on the bag, but I don't know where you ever see it on the bag. Well, just because I can't read chat anymore because my phone died. I'm gonna try to end this as quickly as possible, which means we're done. We're done Ace Attorney, which means next week we're gonna do something else on Thursday. Go sleep stream, man. Yeah, I should. Talk about a few things and then head to bed. Man, what a game. I'll be frank, sometimes when these games go on for so long, it's really hard to reflect on them. Just because some things you just you lose track of. But I'll state my opinion on, like, the recent case, the case we just finished. That case was really good. I liked it. Like, it felt like a giant ball. It felt like a conclusion not only for 2, but it. What was I saying? Usually, it felt like it was a conclusion for the second game, right? But it felt like a conclusion for the whole story arc of the first and second game, the whole collection, right? And it felt really nice to basically conclude all of it. But it doesn't leave on like a cliffhanger more than it does like I'll see you again, Aibo. You know what I mean? Like very like it's a promise that doesn't have any substance, right? If they make another game, it's gonna be really hard to top whatever 1 and 2 has. But I will say, my general opinion on 2, I don't know. I think might be a hot take because I do think a lot of the people really like the second game, but I think the first game had higher highs, but I think 2 is an overall better game. Is it? Wait, I gotta remember everything that happened in 1. You did play the second game, right? Remember when this happened? You know, the former Chief Justice? They're not even gonna show his face. They're gonna say, like, there's gonna be a third game, and they're gonna be like, when that case happened and that man, and I'm like, what man? Oh, the fucking Duke. What's his name? I forgot it. Strongheart, male Strongheart. Oh, Strongheart, and there's like, yeah, that man, and I'm like, Strongheart, and it's like, yes, that man that changed everything, and I'm like, yeah, Strongheart. That's what it's gonna do. Remember me? Yeah, Kaden. We're back here at my prison. Wow, Kaden, you're still here. You do remember Caden, right? He appeared in another case. What case? We're not going to show you because if you didn't play the other game, we're not. It's going to be spoilers if we show you. But if we don't, then you're not going to know. But we assume you played the other games, right? You did play the other games, right? And then Gina's going to come up and is like, "Oh, the old boss, me old boss," and I'm like, "Old boss? Who's the old boss?" And you know, me old boss. And I'm like, "Old boss? What old boss? Oh, Gregson, right? Gregson." And they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, that man." And I'm like, what man? Is like that? Oh, Gregson. Remember Gregson? Oh yeah, the first from the first game and the second game, right? He died in the second game, so they can't show him in the first game. But they don't want to bring him up in the third game because it'll be a spoiler if you find out that he died. So they're just kind of like skirting around the subject. That's what it's gonna be like. If they ever made a third game, because that's what it was like for this game. The second game, they were constantly like, remember when this happened in the first game? Yeah, this happened in the first game. We're not going to tell you what it is in the first game, but it did happen in the first game. And you'll know what it is when we kind of hint at it, but we're not going to say it outright because, I don't know, maybe someone who's playing this doesn't know what happened in the first game. And I'm like, fucking, who would play the sequel of a fucking visual novel and not play the first game? Especially, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to play fucking Trials of Tribulation before you play the original Ace Attorney. You know what I mean? Like, it's, what the hell? What are we doing here? Sorry, but yeah. So, yeah, what do we do for Thursdays? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I brought this up a lot before, right? But Thursdays are the days that I struggle the most with what to play. Or at least right now, because I have because my library is kind of lopsided right now. I have so many like RPGs that I can play, and I don't really have that many like detective visual novels. So this might be a surprise, but detective visual novels are a much more niche like game genre than like RPGs, you know? So I might have to like pivot something. I don't know. It really depends. Because here's the thing, I don't want Thursday. Well, actually, here's the thing. I'm kind of okay with Thursdays kind of being not a free day, right? But kind of just like a whatever day for the next little bit, because I'll talk about this in more detail. But I haven't like super gone into detail about this on stream, but like I do want to take like a break. And I do want to take a break at some point. And just like catch up on some things and really think about what I'm doing. And doing that when all these series are about to end, right? Because we're basically going to be done with Terraria and Kingdom Hearts very soon, and we already finished this, right? So like I'm okay with like there will still be streams, but just Thursday streams won't be anything specific, right? But like I'll discuss this like in more detail. I just haven't thought about it that much. But eventually, right, when all the series are finished, I want to go on like a break. I want to do I want to like not I want to focus on other things that outside of streaming. That streaming like puts it, not that it puts a lot of like strain on me, but just kind of what I am as a person. Just like I like to zero in on things and try to And I like to focus on one thing at a time. So if I'm doing streaming, I'm not gonna do other stuff, right? Unless I'm like unless I want to burn myself out. That's straight up just how it is, right? So yeah. That's the little hint. But yeah, maybe Thursdays will just be kind of whatever days for a little bit. At least for next week, because next week I definitely have to do some things. I have to do streams next week. So yeah. Is there anything else that we want to talk about? Not really. Like probably just expect the next couple weeks to be like me just kind of like trying to figure things out as we go. And then I'll announce a little break of mine. But yeah. So I'm not gonna dilly-dally any longer. It is 4 in the morning. I'm pretty loud, right? I was pretty loud, so I do want to just leave. So, thank you everybody for watching. Today's Thursday. We finished Ace Attorney. I want to have more thoughts on the game, but maybe I'll talk about it next stream about my thoughts on it. But I have to like talk about it without spoilers. So I don't know how detailed that would be, but maybe Thursday. And hopefully, hopefully in the next stream, Saturday stream, I think we'll be playing Terraria. Just like if I'm being honest, ready to finish it. ready to finish Terraria. So do that, and then I'll finish Kingdom Hearts soon. I have like what, a couple weeks to finish Kingdom Hearts, and then we'll see what happens from there. I won't be starting a new series anytime soon, so do not worry about, you know, kind of catch up on things. Or if you want to rewatch, this is your time to start rewatching older series. Go do that. Like if you didn't watch the first Great Ace Attorney streams. Because I know Cerseus is like, I was here since the beginning. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Go watch the first game. You only watched the second game. You do remember what happened in the first game, right? Everything that happened there. Ace games when? When Ace Nordic fucking decides to drop. We'll talk about the first. Calling you out right now about that. You know, you don't talk the talk if you didn't walk the walk. You know. But yeah, yeah. When the game fucking decides to release itself, and even then, right? Even then, it'll cost money, right? And it'll be like most of my wallet. And I do want to spend things on, or spend money on some other things. It's chronological. It's chronologically the next game, right? Because I've been playing that series chronologically, like I've been doing with Kingdom Hearts actually. Instead of playing it in series release, I'm playing it in like timeline order. So yeah, the next Is game is the newest Is game. Yeah, I have to spend money on other things. Did I say spend things on other money? Have I said that before? That sounds like something that I'll say. That I would say. Don't mind that. It's the undiagnosed dyslexia coming in. You're about to. Shit. Fuck. Shh. That didn't happen. But yeah, yeah, when that series decides to drop itself, but you know, the thing is, even if it does come out, right, I won't be in a hurry to buy it. In terms of like series plans, I won't be in a rush to buy it. No. Okay, here's the thing. What we're waiting for, right, for Is so Is Nordics. is X Nordics, right? And the game did release in America, right? It's on Steam. There's an American release, right? What we're waiting for, or what I'm waiting for, is the release of the revamped version of the game. Because I say this, they're doing a Persona 5 Royal to it. They're doing a Persona 5 Royal to it, so like the first is X, right? Is the regular Persona 5, but then there's is X Nordic Proud Nordics, which is Persona 5 Royal, right? And because of the amount of content they add to that game, and it'll just be the same game with extra content, I'm just gonna wait for that instead of buying this version, instead of buying the first version. I don't know why companies do this. It's so dumb. Just put everything in one version of the game and then release that. Why release a first version at full price and then have players buy another version of the game for the same full price, but it's essentially the same game but with different, with like a bit more story. It's dumb. I'll play your game, but fuck, does it make me angry sometimes. But yeah, like I said, I'm not in a rush to buy it, mainly because I'm more in a rush to buy games for Thursday. You know, I need to buy more visual novels or like detectiving stuff, you know. And actually the winter sale is happening right now. Maybe I'll pick something up depending on what's like on super sale, because maybe I'll find something that I like. In my wish list, my crowded wish list. But yeah. That's what I'm more concerned about.
Fatal Bodo's on Mega. I don't know what that is.
I feel like I've heard that name. No, I'm not gonna hop on Eternal Return. That's the problem with having you guys on my friends list. You guys fucking spy on me. Weirdos. I searched up Eternal Return instead of Fatal Bullet. Oh, the SAO game? It's not by choice. No. You could feign ignorance, you know what I mean? You could fucking just like, you know, it's just one of those, oh, he's on Eternal Return again, and then just never just like have that pass through your mind and be like, okay, I'm not gonna bring it up. But you do. You fucking bring it up. This is the third time you bring it up. You brought it up. I count. I count. No prompting whatsoever. You just bring it up, and I'm just like, yeah, I play it. That's when it becomes spying. Trust me, there's gonna be a point where I remove everybody from my Steam friends list. Like, actually. Anticipate that. Have I seen gameplay of this game? Maybe a while ago. It feels like one of those niche anime games that that like has like us like a really small community. But yeah. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? Not really. I don't think so. So I'm gonna get out of here. I already set my schedule, right? Saturday, Tuesday, and then Thursdays will be whatever. And then they'll turn into whatever days until I'm like, until I leave. Right? So I'm gonna head out of here. So you guys do what you gotta do. I'm not tired actually. I'm probably just gonna look at some things and do what I gotta do. So go, you guys go do stuff. Go live your life. Get out of here. Yes, sir. Yes, I will probably. I'm gonna get out of here. So. Finally, I get a day off. Streaming multiple days in a row sucks. I don't know if. Hold up. I don't know if people have clocked this. Streaming. Multiple days streaming sucks. I can't like. I don't have time for my energy to come back. You have to stream tomorrow. I'm gonna cancel just because you said that. I'm gonna finish Terraria on my own time. How about that? You won't even be there. I'll just do it on. It'll be a recording. You just say things sometimes, and it's like, I know you say. I don't know if you like don't think, but it like sometimes just the things you say, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it now. I don't. That's it. Maybe what I don't know what'll happen. Who knows? Get out of here.